Hello! I'm trying to do something cool. It's called a reaction video. Have you heard of those? Anyway, well, guess what we're doing today? Chat and YouTube. Chat. We're gonna ignore that. Ignore what you just heard. Ignore it. Yeah, I don't know why it keeps doing that. We are just chatting. We are not Fortnite. We're just chatting today, guys. Just chatting. Just hanging out. We're just talking for now. And then we're gonna finna play some finna games. Okay. So, our plan for today is, let me set a couple of things up. What we're gonna be doing is a little bit of reaction YouTubing. Please close the window, please. So I don't have to be embarrassed about my neighbors hearing me. So that's what we're doing today. We're reacting to Internet Historian. Full disclosure, I've seen this video 100 million times, but because I want to explain, or I want to have Internet Historian explain why we're reacting to Metal Gear Solid Expeened. One, because Metal Gear Solid is my favorite video game series of all time. As a guy named Jack, it kind of, scans. Anyway, let's fucking dive on in. So, what's up? How you doing? So I wanted to preface the reacting of the Metal Gear Solid to the explanation of why I felt inspired to do so. That's because
actually message Notch that? Yeah, that's so fun.
How loud is this? Can someone tell me how loud this is? I don't want this to be like ear-shatteringly loud. From the back stands, can I get a volume check? Oh, you're behind me. I thought you were in the bathroom for some reason.
What's it at on the YouTube bar?
It's like full.
Yeah, maybe turn that down.
Well, tell me you're listening.
I did, and it's a little loud.
Okay. Well, hold on. It's a little loud. You know what?
You know what we forgot?
I'm just gonna bring it down a lot.
No, it was perfect. It was almost too quiet. I was
Got
trying to
today.
listen. You're delayed, remember?
Okay, so
It takes a second.
yeah, I forgot. Anyway, we're gonna go back to outro, basically an ad, and they will explain what I'm heckin' doing. Sound check. This might be loud. Ow, it hurt my ears. We're a little nervous. I don't want to get copyright claimed. This is basically my out for not getting copyright claimed. Anyway, I did the exact thing that I didn't want to do. That's okay. We're happy about it now. Boom. Alright. This is why we're doing what we're doing.
You know what we forgot to do? Who are you?
Oh, yeah. Hello, everyone.
It's Mr. B.
I'm
from Story Mode.
I'm an editor.
Listen, we got Story Mode, we got other channel, right? It's got two problems. Number one, not enough people do reactions. I go to YouTube.
This is what we're doing. We're doing what these people are doing. We're reacting to story mode. Because you know what? When your favorite creator asks you to react to something, you heckin' do it. You heckin' do it. Come on. Yeah.
Go to reactions. Everybody react in main channel, incognito. We are the Story Mode reactions. What the hell? Also, other problem. Story Mode. bad name. I'm changing it.
Criminally underrated. His third channel, Live, Laugh, Love, where it's things from his stream. Me and my girlfriend watch that all the time. I love Live, Laugh, Love. It's where he played Detroit Becomes Human. You know how frustrated you get when a streamer does something wrong on purpose. Internet Historian's perfect at that. He's perfect at doing the thing that you don't want him to do and being like, I don't care what you think. I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm the one playing the game. You can't tell me what to do. I'm Internet Historian. Yes. A gun. Bang, 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 bang. Anyway, Live, Laugh, Love. Go check it out on YouTube. It's one of my favorite Internet Historian content because you get that pure, raw, unedited feeling of an Internet Historian, and I like that. I don't watch streams. I'm not a stream watcher. I watch VODs all the time, but not a stream watcher. I will watch YouTube channels while I sleep, though, and eat. I can't eat without YouTube. I get, nauseous. There's something wrong with me. Anyway, back to the video.
Expleened. I think that's a better name.
Expleened?
Yeah, I like it when people have to pronounce things funny.
Yeah.
Have you noticed, like on
Yeah.
main channel, do you know why it's called The Varus Strikes Buck?
Yeah.
It means nothing. It's just so that when I knew reaction channels and we're gonna watch it, they would pronounce it funny.
This is the Varus Strax book. Strake's book. I can't just read what he wrote, apparently.
And it was
See, that also explains our title. Metal Gear Solid Pleened. Because I love the Virus Strix book. The Virus Strix book. It kills me now. Oh my god, this was so long ago. I love the Internet Historian, and I love Mr. B. I miss In the Field so much. This video was super good. I can't remember who he does other videos with. I think it's Manny Kudos. Manny Kudos is the only name I can remember. Can you remember any other ones other than Manny Kudos? I can't remember any other than Manny Kudos. Muda. No, not Muda. Who's the other guys that are on his show? It's killing me. Anyway, but yeah, that's a brief explanation of what we're doing. We're gonna be right back. We're gonna do a little switcheroo. And we're back. So this is what we're going to be reacting to today, guys. This is going to be the chunk of what we're doing. Now, this video's 2 hours long. Not gonna lie. But we're also going to be playing the game. I got Metal Gear Solid 1 loaded up, ready to go on the PS5, and we're going to have us a good old time. I love Internet Historian. I love Expleened. Criminally undersubbed. This only has 600,000 subs. I'm one to talk. I have 0. Well, I have some, but you know how it be, Chet. You're building. We're building this brick by brick. I'm drawing my new PNG guy as we speak. I'm drawing it right now. I'd show you if I wasn't so busy. But I can't go on using this cat forever. I mean, I'm BigDumDog. It's got to be a dog. I'm thinking of doing like a dog with an eye patch and the venom snake horn, so that we can use the invisible meme that's been going around on the internet. That you can't even say my name, and the memory's gone. Are you feeling strong? That meme. is good. I love Metal Gear Solid, so I really want to start doing. I'm just messing. I'm just kidding around. I really want to start doing reactions to Expleened videos, story mode videos, and then playing the game that they have. So please, for the love of God, Internet Historian, I hope you watch this. I hope you watch this. I have a lot of things to say. Specifically about your Metal Gear Solid 2 video. I hope you haven't started it. I hope you really mean it when you say that you're not gonna do it, so that I can give you this idea. You should take the Fortnite skins of Snake and Raiden and use them as, you know, Mark and Mr. B. Because you can't use... I'm pretty sure you stopped using, like, just pictures of celebrities. You stopped using the Queen, and you stopped using Mark Zuckerberg for copyright purposes, I assume. You should totally use the Fortnite skin for Snake and the Fortnite skin for Raiden, but put your Turtle Beach headphones on them, and then have them do your little things, and then you can like cut their heads in half, like South Park Canadians. And I think that'd be very entertaining for me personally. Yeah. Anyway, we're gonna get to the video because it's long, and I don't have all night, but I do have time. We're gonna watch this. We're gonna be pausing, skipping through, talking about it. I mean, this isn't really a fresh reaction or a blind reaction. I'm like, full disclosure, I've seen this video several times, multiple times. So many times that my girlfriend has asked me not to watch it. But I've seen it so many times that I've at least formulated my opinion about it. My opinion. Dog, stop scratching. Stop scratching. Hey, stop it. Anyway, back to the video.
Let them speak for themselves.
Oh. No. No.
And the remains of a dead guy.
God dang it. Man, that was supposed to be a smooth transition, and it was anything but. I feel bungled. Stream over.
Yes, NordVPN.
I'm not sponsored by NordVPN. Yet.
Finally, Metal Gear Solid! Exclamation mark. We open to a submarine speeding through the ocean. This submarine is on its way to Fox Island, a nuclear weapons facility off the coast of Alaska, America's 51st state. We zoom into the sub. There's Colonel Roy Campbell, and he says into the radio...
Fun fact, voiced by Ben 10, Uncle. I can't remember his name now. What you need? No, talk to me.
I was gonna try to show you how loud it is because it's really quiet.
Okay.
Solid Snake. You're the only man for the job.
I'm here, Campbell. Do with me what you will.
Okay, here's the mission brief.
Oh, ow. That is really quiet. Yeah, I'll just put it back to where it was. There we go. I'm not gonna like get in trouble for it being too loud, am I? Okay. Alright. We're watching the video.
On the nuclear weapons facility on Fox Island, there has been a mutiny. A group of 6 men have taken control, and they call themselves...
Well, hold on a minute. There's not 6 men. It's 5 men and 1 woman. Mr. B, you're being quite sexist. Back to the video.
Fox out.
Oh my god, what do they want?
Well, I'll let them speak for themselves. Patching you through.
Ah, yes, we want $1 billion in non-sequential $1 bills and the remains of a dead guy. His name...
Did you hear? Did you hear Did you hear Internet Historian's voice squeak when he asked for a dead guy's remains? I did. I heard that. You won't get away with this. I won't let you.
Name is Big Boss. Send us his corpse.
Oh my god, what if you don't get it?
Then we're going to launch a nuclear weapon.
Whoa! So, I don't know if a lot of people know this, but Metal Gear Solid 1 came out in, like, the tail end of a very intense nuclear era. And a lot of the thing... Oh, heck. Hold on. Hello. Video too low. Thank you very much, Circnet. Thank you. I appreciate you being here. But yes, I don't know if most people know anything about Metal Gear Solid. Growing up, I was obsessed with Metal Gear Solid, and I talked about Metal Gear Solid way too much. I remember being in the playground and being like, "Oh my gosh, we're fighting Metal Gear Ways. We're fighting Metal Gear Ways in the playground." And I had a friend that would play Imaginary with me, and I would go, and the strangest thing is, I don't have autism, but sometimes I wish I did so that memory was less awkward. Back to the video.
My god. No one threatens my country with a nuke, damn it. Campbell, it's time to send in the snake. That's me. That's my
That's me.
catchphrase. I'm gonna murder everybody. It's gonna be,
It's gonna be great.
No, wait, Snake. You don't understand. The situation is more delicate than that. They have hostages. Important hostages. Those hostages are Donald Anderson, the DARPA chief, and Kenneth Baker, president of Arms Tech. We need you not to kill those two people specifically.
Oh,
Kill
man.
the DARPA chief and some baker. I got it,
Got
Captain.
it.
We'll
Kill
get
him.
you as close as we can, and then we're gonna shoot you out in this cool mini sub, and then you're on your own. Oh.
Snake is fired out in a mini-sub. So he arrives at the base, and when he gets there, Snake is birthed from the mini-sub out into the water.
Oh, Circnet, don't worry. I'll make more of these videos just for you, brother. Or sister. Or in-between brother. They, them, bo. I love Internet Historian, and I love Expleened. And even when he asked for them, not a lot of them were posted onto YouTube. So I'm going to start this chain, and I'm going to do it forever. Forever and ever until I die. And once I run out of story mode, I'm going to move to Live, Laugh, Love.
Natural style. And
He
then he
died,
starts swimming
and he died.
towards the shore. He gets there, and this is the very start of the game. You finally get control of Solid Snake. Snake then goes out and he kills some of the guards.
But quietly.
That's right. So on
Well, I mean, like, the whole point of the guards being there is the beginning is so that you don't kill them, but you learn how to sneak around them. I'm pretty sure Internet Historian gets that. I'm like 99% sure he gets that. Yeah.
On the other side of this room is an elevator, and on that elevator is a mysterious man.
There he is. I'm gonna get him.
And he tells the guards, guards, you have to be on alert. Someone could be trying to infiltrate the base. Anyway, I'm going up this elevator. Goodbye. So, Snake quickly finds a hiding place, and he calls the Colonel. He goes, Colonel, who is that
Colonel,
long-haired
it's me,
dazzler?
Solid
That
Snake.
man? Yes, that is Liquid Snake. And he is the leader of the Foxhound
Liquid.
group.
And you guys have the same code name, being Snake.
Snake!
Solid Snake, and the bad guy is called Liquid Snake?
Yeah, will that come up in the plot later on?
Don't spoil it for me. Don't spoil it for me.
Snake, take that elevator to the surface, but make sure no one sees you. That would totally blow the mission.
Oh, that makes sense. All right. So, eventually you catch the elevator and then you go
Keycard.
to the surface. He takes off all of his swimsuits, and there's a really fucking cool title screen that comes up. Snake reaches the ground floor, and he starts looking around, and he sees a bunch of guards and stuff. So, he hides behind a box, and he quickly calls up the Colonel. Colonel, what am I supposed to do? There are guards It's everywhere. And it's so cold out here. How am I supposed to sneak around stealthily when my teeth are chattering?
Well, actually, Snake, you were injected with an anti-freezing peptide and nanomachines to regulate your body temperature. Actually, you would know that if you'd pay attention to the plot, Snake. God damn. Stupid Snake.
Dog, please go lay down. Please, dog.
Hold up, Snake. Here's Naomi with some more info.
Oh.
Oh, Snake, don't worry
Oh,
about
wait a
the
minute.
cold. You see, we gave you an injection.
And
Oh, wait, I've seen this video before. I gotta try not to make stupid jokes like that. Now I look like... Ah, man. Oh, that's cringy.
injection?
Yes, an injection. It has nanomachines inside of it that will help you stay
Space.
warm.
Wow, very sci-fi.
Although you'd think I'd be used to the temperature by now. Anyway, Snake, what's important is, you see, ever since Zanzibar, my latest mission, I decided to go into retirement. And from there, I was living in the wilderness of Alaska, on my own, blazing my own trail, lone wolf, MGTOW lifestyle. And anyway, what were you saying?
But she has already hung up the call.
Oh, it must have got disconnected. So Snake is sneaking around, and he's looking around corners, and he's loving it. And then all of a sudden, oh my god, a Hind D. He notices a helicopter. It is a Russian gunship. How odd. So he calls up the colonel, and he goes, why is there a Russian gunship here in Alaska?
I'm not sure. Maybe you should find out, Snake. That is your job after all.
Okay. The Russian helicopter flies away. By the way, Snake,
There's only 18 hours left.
You know, I've always found it interesting about how, you know, you'll find out more about Metal Gear Solid 1 when we play the game or when we get further down the line, but the gunship was used to pay for Metal Gear Rex. Not like by the US government or anything, but the Russian man who's funding Liquid to steal Rex was like, here's a helicopter to steal a nuclear-equipped battle tank. I'm sure you'll find it useful. Even though, like, this is America in the 90s. A Hind D is like kind of old, even by that standards. Why not something a little better? I mean, Russia had like jets at that point. Why not something a little stronger? Sorry if this tangent is completely off topic. I just... You know... Oh my gosh. Like, I love how much the Internet Historian goes into depth this video, but... Like, I can't... Like, honestly, I hope you stick around to watch us play Metal Gear Solid 1. I'd love to talk about it when I play it, because Metal Gear Solid 1 actually has a huge, complicated, crazy lore. And I've loved Metal Gear Solid since I was born. Like, I'm pretty sure Metal Gear Solid 1 was the first video game I ever played. And the first video game that, like, I beat was Metal Gear Solid 2. I can't wait till he does a video on Metal Gear Solid 2. And the predictions and the themes that Hideo Kojima touches upon... I'm so sorry for burping. I had an energy drink. I sound disgusting. The themes and stuff Hideo Kojima touches upon in Metal Gear Solid have scarily and eerily... Yeah, I'm going to be playing it after we're done reacting to this. No, I'm going to be playing it after this video, for sure. So it's going to be a long stream. I like doing longer streams. I like to stream for 3 or 4, sometimes 6 hours. I got work tomorrow, but I don't work a hard job, so trying to make it big on streaming. But anyway, I think I'm gonna fast forward past Mei Ling, just to get us a little bit more ahead of the video, because I don't want to watch too much of this, because I don't want to just be like, I don't want to steal internet historians' content. I feel weird about like not making this my video by like just completely I don't want to just sit here and watch this video, especially because I don't have a face camera. It'd be weird for me to be like, oh man, oh cool, that's such an interesting take, oh yeah, like making facial expressions. I don't know, I'm new to streaming. This is what you get. I'm gonna pause and talk and talk and pause, and I like, oh heck yeah, feel free to watch the VODs. I leave them on YouTube. I'm also on Twitch. Heck yeah. Thanks a lot, Sarknet. I appreciate you. I'll probably end up skipping through this a lot more. That's true. That's why I'm watching it. That's why I'm watching it. You get me, Sarknet. You get me. Back to the video.
So single.
I can't believe I'm being hit on by the famous Solid Snake.
Hurry the fuck up. I'm going. The call ends, and Snake starts roaming around. He sneaks, and he sneaks, and he's having a whale of a time, and he finds a vent hole, and he uses that to get into the facility. So, he's in the vent, and then all of a sudden, Snake gets a call from his old master, McDonald Miller. He's his fighting mentor, I guess. Now, McDonald, he's retired just like Snake, and he lives out in Alaska.
Something that I always thought was weird is, like, here, I'll go back just a little bit. Like, I know that they're just portraits, but there's no indication that this man not only is blind, he's blind from Metal Gear Solid 5, but he's also missing an arm and a leg. And Snake's still like, there's no one I'd rather have in a foxhole than you. It's like, really? Anyone else? You'd rather have the blind, one-armed, one-legged man in a foxhole? In a gray foxhole?
Mentor, I guess. Now, McDonald, he's retired just like Snake, and he lives out in Alaska now. He hasn't seen Snake since that last mission in Zanzibar, remember? Now, Zanzibar was a big deal. It's where Snake
Wait a minute.
Big Boss, just like
Hold on.
Snake, and he lives out in Alaska now. He hasn't seen Snake since...
Hold on a minute. Well, what's this? What's this? What are those? What are those? This is concept art from Metal Gear Solid 1 for sure. I think this is in the PlayStation 1 book, if I remember correctly. I could check. I'm gonna check. But not right now. What the fuck? How can you say that Miller lost an arm and a leg in Metal Gear Solid 5, but clearly him have... Mr. Kojima, sir. Mr. Kojima, sir. I see a continuity error. I need you to get a hold of me right now. Kojima, you liked that one tweet I shared of that anime girl? You better get a hold of me. You better get a hold of me.
That last mission in Zanzibar, remember? Now, Zanzibar was a big deal. It's where Snake fought Big Boss and won, killing Big Boss, thus turning him into a bunch of remain.
And this is also a continuity error that I get upset with, that nobody's ever been able to clearly explain to me. In Metal Gear, not Metal Gear Solid, so Sark, this is for you specifically, because I know that you said that you watched this video, and this is where you get most of your information on Metal Gear Solid. So, the Metal Gear timeline, the first two games that were created are Metal Gear and Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake. Now, in Metal Gear, you blow up Big Boss with a rocket launcher, and he dies at the end of Metal Gear 1. But at the end of Metal Gear 2, you find out that somehow Big Boss escaped the facility and saved a bunch of people, and then got lit on fire at this scene. This is when Snake lights Big Boss on fire in Metal Gear 2, Snake's Revenge. Now, this was supposed to be a plot hole tied up in Metal Gear Solid 5, with Venom Snake, because you play as Big Boss's facially reconstructed body double. Let me know if I'm getting too confusing. But you play as Big Boss's facially reconstructed body double in Metal Gear Solid 5. So, if you have Big Boss and you have a facially reconstructed body double, you find out that in Metal Gear 1, he did kill Big Boss, but he didn't kill the Big Boss. He killed facially reconstructed body double Venom Snake. But then he sets Big Boss on fire in Metal Gear 2. Fun fact. And then Metal Gear Solid 4, he comes back perfectly fine, and he's like, no. Somehow. And then we have a somehow Palpatine returned moment in Metal Gear Solid 4, where Big Boss is just like, oh, I missed you, Snake. Cats like to play as snakes. That's a line. That's a quote from Metal Gear Solid, and Big Boss says cats like to play as snakes. If I'm too hype, if I'm too energetic, or if I'm talking too fast, apologies. I had a Green Dragon energy drink. These sons of bitches got 257 nanomachines. Nanomachines, son. Metal Gear Revengeance is awesome. I love Metal Gear Revengeance. It's like Devil May Cry Solid. Yeah, this is the plot hole of Metal Gear 1 and Metal Gear 2 bothers me. But not enough that I'm not going to watch a 2-hour video on it for like the umptillionth time. Back to the video.
1. Killing Big Boss, thus turning him into a bunch of remains, which is what the terrorists want. My name is McDonald, but you can call me Master. Oh, okay. And he said, look,
whoa,
man,
okay.
You know, I'm here to help. Oh, please let me help. Thanks very much. It's kind of uneventful. So it just continues.
But remember, Mr. Miller.
Yes, the Master. Snake then sneaks through the facility. Finally, a chance to use the Metal Gear Solid music. Then he sees a whole bunch of cells, and one of them...
a woman. Disgusting.
...has a lady in it who's...
Is that a woman? Not him.
And the other one...
My favorite line is that Snake's instantly... Have I watched the other videos on story mode? Yes, I have... I've watched almost every single video Internet Historian has made. I've watched every single one. I have no life, and I have insomnia. I don't know if you've seen those TikTok videos of that dude that wakes up at 3 a.m., but that's literally me. I wake up at 3 a.m., but not because I have a Sigma male grind set, but because I have intense insomnia. Probably because, like, the 300 milligrams of caffeine, but I've watched every single video on story mode. If you're interested in sticking around and watching more of my stuff, I plan on doing a series, at least. I want to do one every Thursday around the same time. I want to do a series of these where I watch them and then I play the game. And then I watch them and then I play the game. Some of them are going to be a little bit more difficult because the game, like, I have a plan for my second one. The next one I'm going to do is I'm going to do Half-Life. I'm going to do Half-Life Expleened. Oh yeah, I love Live, Laugh, Love, because some of the live streams you can hear him vaping. One of my live streams, I just decided not to mute it when I vaped, and I was like, it's just my inhaler, guys. Guys, it's just my inhaler. You don't get it. You don't get it. I have breathing issues. I need to hit my inhaler, because it's hard for me to breathe, you see. I love Live, Laugh, Love. Does he have because he has story mode, Internet Historian, Live, Laugh, Love. Does he have a fourth YouTube channel? Do you remember? I can't remember what it's called, though. Do you? Sorry, there's another person in my room. if you feel like I'm talking directly to you, I am. I'm talking to you, viewer. There's also another person in my room. But yeah, again, I want to do a whole series of this. I might even do Live, Laugh, Love. Ooh. Incognito mode. Thank you. There it is. It's incognito mode. Internet historian. Live, Laugh, Love. And then Expleened. And a gun. Bang, 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 bang. Anyway, back to the video.
Has a man in it. And that man looks to be the DARPA chief, Donald Anderson. That's who I'm looking for, says Snake. He drops in and he goes, surprise, it's me. And then he coughs terribly.
Snake tells Donald, I'm here to rescue you. Donald says, you don't look like...
I gotta go back and get that clip.
Says Snake. And he drops in and he goes, surprise, it's me.
He's got an intestinal rip from when he swallowed a pack of cigarettes. Whew, I'm getting sweaty.
And then he coughs terribly.
Snake tells Donald, I'm here to rescue you. Donald says, you don't look like one of them. You gotta get...
Metal Gear. You knew? It's the game. The name of the game is called Metal Gear Solid.
Oh my gosh, Cirque. Have you seen Metal Gear Awesome? Oh my god, it is a deep cut internet video. It was animated by Ego Raptor back in the Newgrounds days. He even made a YouTube video talking about how
Metal Gear Awesome can only be found on Newgrounds.com, not YouTube. If you watch it on YouTube, you're not a real fan.
And now he does all of his content on YouTube. Oh. I love Game Grumps. Game Grumps is a good channel. Oh, you should, if you're not, it is an older cartoon, and they do say some not so great words. Yikes words. The gamer word is in there, unfortunately. It's one of the few times you can hear Aaron Hansen from Game Grumps say the gamer word. I wonder if he even remembers that. No. It's just it's an animated parody of Metal Gear Solid. That's it. If you ever get the free time to check it out, you totally should. But not right now. You're watching my video. I don't know why I'm trying to give other people views. Anyway, back to the video.
Get me out of here.
Yeah, okay, I'll break you out, but first, I need some information on the terrorists. You know, do they have a nuke? Can they actually launch the nuke?
It's very possible.
I
they could
appreciate
launch
that you like
the
being
nuke.
here.
Oh my god.
I'm excited to have
the
somebody
camera
to
then
watch my
pans
stuff.
over to the next cell.
I'm
where
new.
we see the lady.
Sorry to go on a tangent in the middle of the video, but I haven't been streaming in a while because I've been working a bunch, but this is my first stream back. I've been planning it a while. I've thought about it a lot and thought thoroughly about what I want to say at what points, and I'm pausing a lot more than I thought I was gonna, and I'm talking a lot more than I thought I was gonna, which I believe is part of like the transformative part of the content, is the more that I stop and the more that I talk and extrapolate the ideas and stuff of the content, the less it becomes the content and more it becomes of retrospective of me analyzing said content. Nah, mean friend.
Be doing sit-ups, right? And she overhears Snake and Donald's discussion. She starts listening and eavesdropping. So rude. Now, back to Snake. Snake says, I don't understand. This place is only meant to be for dismantling nuclear warheads. They shouldn't have access to a missile.
Listen, Snake, I've got some dramatic information.
Tell me more.
Tell me
The
more.
terrorists have a new kind of weapon. It's a
Metal Gear. It's a Metal Gear, isn't it? It's a Metal Gear, isn't it, Snake?
Story mode explained reaction. Oh my gosh, I'm the first one that pops up with the story mode explained reaction. Oh my god, bro. Oh my god, bro. You're making my heart flutter. You're gonna make me cry, Sark. You finna make me cry, Sark.
nuclear-equipped walking battle tank that walks.
Oh my god.
I like to
Metal
hope that I'm
Gear?
doing
It
something
cannot be.
semi-unique by watching the story mode and playing the game. I might even try to do a in-depth analysis while I'm playing the game, because there's just so many fucking cutscenes. I don't think I'm going to get through it tonight. I think at some point I'm going to start skipping through more of the video, so that way we can, like, get through it tonight.
You know about the Metal Gears? They're the most secretest project ever. How did you find out about it?
I've had some run-ins with Metal Gears in the past.
The game is fucking called Metal Gear Solid, dude.
That's a joke from the thing I was talking about earlier. You don't gotta worry about it.
This isn't the very first game, technically. Hold on, I thought the whole Metal Gear project was scrapped.
It's actually not cancelled. It's being developed here on the island. It's all very top secret. That was until the mutiny, when all the guards took us over and took over the place. Now they're in control of everything and stuff.
Then suddenly one of the guards comes along and he goes,
Why does a nuclear disarmament facility in the middle of Alaska have a prison? I wonder if all nuclear disarmament facilities have a prison/torture facility. The torture facility is like literally across the block from the prison. You find that out later in the game.
Shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up in there.
Shut up in your mouth. Keep it down in there. Donald and Snake go real quiet, and then Donald waves them away. Sorry about that.
It's like, get the fuck out of here.
I mean, I'll be quiet. Now, once the guard leaves, Snake then says, let me ask you about this. Do they have the detonation code? Do they know it's 1, 2, 3, 4? You know, the thing you need to input in order to launch the nuke? There's always a detonation code.
It's set up so that you need 2 input codes.
So you're telling me that they need 2 different passwords in order to launch a nuke?
Correct.
Who has the passwords?
I have one, and Baker has the other.
Oh, thank God. So the terrorists don't have the passwords, right?
Wrong. The terrorists do have my password.
Why'd you give him the password?
Psycho Mantis read my mind, and he
stole
the
it from my
password.
That's the oldest
brain.
excuse in the book. Are you working with
Don't
them?
pull
Why'd
my
you do
cover,
it?
he
Why'd you
says.
betray your country?
There's some big accusations, Snake. I don't really appreciate
I am
this.
the one that gave him the nuclear code, okay? So that means that if they get Baker's password, oh my God, they got both the passwords. They can launch the nuke.
But Snake,
Yes?
there's still a way to stop it.
That's great news. All right, problem solved. I'll see you later.
No, let me tell you about how to stop it.
Oh, okay, that's probably a good idea.
There's these card keys, right?
Right.
There's 3 of them, and
Yes.
Baker should have them. And you'll need...
Ooh, this is something cool that I learned recently, is that shape memory alloy keys, metal that changes its shape. Oh, I love Psycho Mantis. Psycho Mantis is... I don't know if you've ever played the game. I don't think you said you did. You said you just watched the video. The Psycho Mantis is one of the most iconic boss fights in PlayStation 1 history. Now, back to what I was talking about. Shape memory alloy, a metal that reacts to temperatures and changes its shape based on the metal, is real now. It's real technology that actually exists. And I was like, whoa, that's so cool. I wonder if some nerd with a lot of money out there could buy a little card piece shaped of the metal. No, because I don't think it changes color. I'm just dreaming.
need all of them to stop it.
Why? What's special about these card keys?
Well, you put them in and they stop it.
Oh, like an emergency override.
Correct.
Oh, okay. Snake then says the next obvious question, which is, wait, where the fuck's Baker then? I need Baker.
I think he's somewhere in the second floor basement. Here's my ID card. It's a level 1 ID card, and it'll open any level 1 doors.
Don't forget to have it equipped the whole time.
Then Donald asks the question,
Is the White House planning to give in to the terrorist demands, Snake?
you mean give them the body of Big Boss?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Come on, tell me. Tell me.
I don't know, Donald, and I don't care. It's not part of my mission, see? I'm just here to stop the... Oh.
Yeah, I watched that dude. He's that, he's the same guy that made the Iron Man or not the Iron Man, Captain America shield, the Venom suit. I've watched his videos before. I've watched his videos a ton. I spend too much time on YouTube. I'm one of you. All I do is watch YouTube. I'm a consumer of content as well. I know the memes. Hello, fellow kids.
What's wrong, Donald? Suddenly, Donald...
Why?
In the animated Metal Gear Awesome, he's shitting his pants and it's real funny.
is having a heart attack.
Why?
The woman in the cell next door overhears this, and she starts banging on the door and going, "What's going on in there?"
I'm dead.
Donald dies. He dies
the
of
hell?
a heart attack. What the heck is going on? Snake gets on the phone. He goes, HQ, 709. I just saw a man die right before my eyes. Oh, God. Naomi and the Colonel say,
It looks like some sort of heart attack.
now, Snake is very suspicious of this, because what the fuck, what kind of weird timing is that? So Snake goes, Colonel, are you hiding something from me? And the Colonel says,
No, but this op is security level red, meaning you need the highest security clearance to access the complete file. I can't even access the complete file.
I don't even know
when
what the
I'm
fuck
running
we're
the mission.
doing.
oh my God, I need to go find Baker right now. But
Sure feel
before I
bad.
go get him, I had time.
Oop.
It's me, Lord Snake.
I'm gonna pause it and real quick, I want to let this ad that's not mine play out, but I don't think I can. I love Historians ads. They're the only ads that I'll sit through and watch, and my whole life I have despised commercials and ads. I pay extra money to not watch ads. I have the jump ahead feature on YouTube Premium, but when Internet Historians ads pop up, I always watch them because I respect the craft. But we're gonna skip them. We're gonna click the jump ahead button, and boom.
It's delivered in January. Outside, over. It's way better than a pair of socks.
Hold on.
He hears
My favorite Internet Historian clip. When he says ad over is when he says Adova. that's one of my favorite ones because I love Adova.
trapped in the prison cell. Suddenly, he hears footsteps outside and also the sound of someone fighting. And then suddenly, the door unlocks. What the fuck? What is going on here? Snake walks outside and he sees. Remember that guard from earlier that he waved away?
Shut up,
well,
will
he is
ya?
now nude. And
The
also
Pornhub
pixelated.
sound
Then
effect.
suddenly, to his right, a gun is pointed directly at Snake's head. And the person holding the gun says, "So you killed the chief? How could you? I loved him like a chief."
I loved him
Snake then
like a
turns around
chief.
and he goes, "Is this the first time you've ever pointed a gun at a person? Your hands
Hold on. They added this like. I'm pretty sure they added this like
Snake then-
shaking bit because I don't think she was shaking that much in the real game.
pulls out his gun and points it back. And Snake says, I can tell you're a rookie. You've got rookie eyes."
You've got rookie eyes.
If I ever saw them. Okay, so basically what's happened is
You got
there
a
was
rookie's
lady in
butt.
the cell, right? She tricked the guard into opening her door, and then she beat him up, stole his clothes, is now dressed as a guard, and then she then went to unlock the door for the DARPA chief, but he was dead. And she's gone, "Oh my God,
And
you
that's
killed
how
the
I
DARPA
met
chief."
your
Well, no, he
mother.
didn't. And then Snake goes, "Oh my God, have you even killed people before?" Boo. Then all of a
Oh my
sudden, the
gosh.
door opens and a whole bunch of
Do you even murder, bro? What the heck? You're not a killer. Not a stone cold killer. What the heck? What the heck's wrong with you, bro? What the heck?
There's my Mr. B impression, everybody.
Your guards come in. Uh-oh. Snake and the guard, they get into a firefight. And in this moment, the lady kills for the first time. And then the lady in the guard's outfit tries to run away.
This is why I f***ing hate video.
This is why I fucking hate video. Look at this. Look at this. Disgusting.
And as he's staring at the back of Meryl's ass, he has a scene transition.
Well, hold on. What was that in between stuff? No, I'm not trying to look at Meryl's PS1 ass in slow motion. He's just, there was some text. See this distortion? He adds something in here. And I can see it for like a second. I noticed that some YouTubers... Ah, see? See? Who are you? I wonder if he's just screen warping from when he sees Psycho Mantis.
Transition. We then see a cutscene. Now there's a group of men surrounding a man who's strapped to a table. It looks as though this man has been tortured to death. And one of them says to the other, "You killed him, didn't you?" Right, so that person who just said you've killed him is Liquid Snake. This guy, his name is Psycho Mantis. This guy, his name is Revolver Ocelot.
Right, keep telling yourself that. I'm not crazy! I'm not crazy! That's a, you have no idea how much of an inside joke you just hit with me. Oh, my favorite thing to do when my coworkers are like, "You're weird, you're crazy," is to just like double down and like aggressively go, "I'm not crazy. I'm not fucking crazy. I'm not fucking crazy. Don't you fucking call me crazy." Which is like schizo behavior. And I totally shouldn't do it, but I can't help myself. You're making this stream so fun, Cirque. You're making my night good.
So these three are the elite members of Foxhound, right? 3 out of 6. So Liquid is chastising Revolver Ocelot. He's saying, you killed him. You tortured him too much, and he died. We don't know who he has tortured at this point. And Psycho Mantis says, "Shh. Yep, good job, Revolver. Shh. Also, that guy that we tortured
Good job, Ocelot.
Get through his mental shielding. It was too powerful, so I couldn't get any answers either. Shh." So Psycho Mantis really is psychic. He can really tell if you hold fingers behind your back, he'll know how many. Now, Liquid Snake is about to get really, really cross, but Psycho Mantis says,
"Why'd you kill him, Ocelot? What
I've
the
got
heck,
another
bro?
way to get the information that we need. Just follow my lead." Then suddenly we get out of the cutscene. Now, the lady is running and running, and she gets into the elevator, and Snake tries to chase her, but she turns around and she shoots her farmer. He has to dodge out of the way, and it looks
Her
wicked.
farmer.
And she goes, "Yeah, victory." And then she catches the elevator.
The 3 video game victories in a row. The Metal Gear Solid, her going, "Huh, I did it, huh." The fist bump, and then the #1 victory royale just wiped out Tomato Town. And then the Final Fantasy 7. He just gets his audience, you know? He just gets us. He understands that we love video games on this channel. He gets us. He just understands. You gotta love that about a creator. You gotta love that. I know I do. Now back to the video.
Suddenly, a floating man shows up. What the heck is going on, Jeff?
It's Psycho Mantis.
Snake goes, "What the fuck is going on?" So, Snake calls up Naomi and he goes, "Naomi, I'm starting to see stuff. What the hell?"
Just continue.
If I saw a gas mask man, if I just seen a gas mask man floating about, I'd be very concerned. Like, sometimes I hear noises in my bathroom of like my bathtub settling, and I'm like, that's a demon from another dimension coming to fornicate with my skull holes. Psycho Mantis. I love Psycho Mantis. You want us to go back? We'll go back. Look at the boy. He's just a boy. Psycho Mantis was my favorite character growing up. When I was a little kid, I loved Psycho Mantis. I was all about like reading minds and like psychokinetic characters. Like everybody on TikTok now. When I was a little kid, I always used to do the like, oh look, I can push this piece of paper with my mind, and I'm like, no, you're pushing the air, brother. But I love Psycho Mantis. He's in Metal Gear Solid 4, but not in a capacity that I enjoy. Psycho Mantis is my favorite character. I love him. He's so cool. I love his trench coat design more than I love his BDSM harness design. But go off, Queen.
Jeff?
It's Psycho Mantis.
Good girl. Just like that.
Snake goes,
What the
is
fuck?
going on? So, Snake calls up Naomi and he goes, Naomi, I'm starting to see stuff. What the hell?
Just continue on with your mission.
Alright, I'll ignore it for now then. So, Snake catches the elevator down to basement level 2. And he's running around and he finds a secret room, but he breaks it. And he
I don't know. I'd say 80% of the mind is pretty good. 80% of your mind is pretty good.
finds, oh my god. It's Baker, and he smells delicious like fresh bread, but he's tied to a post. And he's just about to go, oh, what's up with all these cables? Let me untie you.
I'm kind of out of it, but don't touch the cables, because it's connected to a heap of
Because I
C4,
don't know
which
where it's
I'm also
going.
connected to. If you pull these
And it's gonna
cables,
be
I'll
huge.
explode.
My god, would be toast. Get it, Baker? Get it? Suddenly,
I'm just gonna click stop.
Revolver Ocelot walks into the room. So he's spinning his gun and he's showing off his sick moves, and Revolver Ocelot goes,
Howdy, partner.
I noticed something wrong with my stream. I'm gonna press a button, and if it stops, Sark, just remember, I'll remember you forever. You're the GOAT. Am I still live? Are we still here? Is everything okay? Sark, you're the best. Happy birthday whenever it is.
Been waiting for you, Solid Snake. Now we'll see if the man lives up to the legend.
I've also been waiting for you, Revolver Ocelot. I want to see if you live up to
I've been
your
waiting for
legend,
you. I
actually.
want to see if you live up to your legend.
The Twin Snakes remaster of it, it's been said to death, but the Twin Snakes GameCube remake of this game made this boss fight so sad. I didn't end up having to go anywhere, Sark. Don't worry. I'm here for you. I will never leave. I saw something recording my stream, and I was like, that's not good. Awesome. You're my favorite.
So anyway, they fight. He keeps running around and stuff. It's actually kind of an annoying fight, to be honest. But just as you're about to defeat Ocelot, he turns around and he goes,
You're pretty good.
Hold on, let me
Just
put
what
my
I'd
head on
expect
the
from
mic.
the man with the same code as the boss.
he's saying, you've got the codename Snake, Liquid Snake has the codename Snake, you must be a pretty good fighter. But I shall still win the day, Lamau.
It's been a long time since
Man.
I had such a good fight.
Okay,
But
she
I'm just
angry.
getting
She don't want a
warmed up.
mouth.
But he is not just getting warmed up, because suddenly his hand explodes off of the wrist. And
My
the Aztec
hand?
president is cut from
My
the
hand?
ropes and he falls to the
Whoa.
ground. The C4
Whoa, ha, ha, ha. My Bobby, my hand.
goes off, and Revolver Ocelot is sent flying into the wall with the force of the explosion. And then we see
did
there's a
everyone not
man
die?
walking around in stealth, and he
See, this is my boy. My boy. This is my favorite character. When I was a little kid when this came out, a cyborg ninja.
A metal ninja, bro?
Oh my god. My little brain couldn't handle how cool Gray Fox was. I wanted to be Gray Fox so bad. I still do. I still want a Gray Fox metal robot suit. Like, I've seen a couple of cosplayers do Gray Fox that are just beautiful. So, just breathtaking. The cyborg ninja. He's the best. He's the
used the sword to
goat.
do all of that business.
I had a cat.
Oh my god. Revolver Ocelot.
I had a little kitty cat named Frank Yeager. We called him Frankie because he had an orange stripe down his eye. Then it looked like he had a scar. It looked like he had a scar down his eye. And me and my sister called him Frank Yeager. And he had like little gray hairs going through his patch. He was the best kitty.
What, picks up his fucking hand. I know you. You're supposed to.
I gotta grab my hand. Ew, it's got a little bone in it. Oh.
Be dead. This is some bullshit. I'm getting out of here. He says as he's running away.
Who are you?
I'm like you. I have no name.
Actually, my name's Solid Snake, aka David. And then the robot man goes, gay?
Gay?
And then he starts like having a seizure or something. He's getting electricity. He then feels for some reason that he has to run away. And so he runs off. He does a whole bunch of cool flips and shit. The snake goes, that's pretty strange. I wish someone would tell me what the fuck's going on. There really is quite a lot of mysteries happening at once. So Snake picks Baker up, and Snake asks about the code for the warhead. And Baker says,
I already told them the code.
oh, Baker, why would you do that?
I tried not to tell them. I put up a fight. I even managed to resist Psycho Mantis's psychic abilities. He couldn't read my mind. No way, Jose.
No way,
How were you able to
Jose.
resist Psycho Mantis?
Because of the surgical implants in my brain, obviously.
Fucking
Right.
duh, dipshit.
Everyone who knows these top secret
Anybody
codes
knows
have
anything
in their
knows about the
brain.
surgeries we get in our brain.
Even the DARPA chief?
Yes, the DARPA chief definitely had one.
What the heck, thinks Snake? Because remember earlier, he just said
He
Psycho
found out my
Mantis
password.
used his
Psycho
mind
Mantis
probe
can
powers,
read people's
right?
minds.
Confused? What a mystery, fellas. Snake then says, then how did they get your code, Baker, if they can't read your mind?
They never taught me how to resist physical torture, just emotional and mental.
So Baker was
He
there
gave
in the
me a
room,
noogie
and
and
Psycho
he
Mantis
twisted
goes,
my
I
arm.
can tell you've got 3 fingers.
He
fella."
called
And
me
goes,
bald
"Nope,
and
wrong."
fat.
Oh, shit, okay. We'll try emotional. I just couldn't tell because your fingers are so fat. That's still not gonna work. The emotional stuff don't work on me.
Well, we don't actually want the password.
Ah, that's reverse psychology.
That won't work neither.
Before.
That won't work.
on me neither.
Well, how about this cattle prod?
All right, I give in, I give in.
Oh, please, please, actually, that, ow, owie, ouchie,
That's right.
that hoe
That
eats.
broken arm is not just from a skateboarding accident. It was part of the torture. Now,
Armbreaker
they've been
2000.
Snake, tell me about the DARPA chief.
Snake says, sorry, Baker. The DARPA chief is dead.
Not my best friend, the DARPA chief.
This makes Baker very upset. He starts yelling at Snake.
I hate you, Snake. You killed him, didn't you? You took my best friend.
Oh no, you. Oh, sorry to hear about your best friend dying. That's gonna be 5 big booms. Boom! 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 Boom!
Friend in the world from me, I'll
Quiet
get
down,
you.
Baker. You don't understand. I didn't kill him.
I don't believe you.
I didn't kill the DARPA chief. He seems to have died from a heart attack.
A heart attack?
Snake says, Baker, I need you to tell me about the card keys.
I don't have them anymore, Snake. I gave them to a new
I love the way foreign people like the internet historian. I can't quite remember where he's from exactly, but I know it's not. I can't quite remember where he's from exactly, but I love the way when foreign people with funny accents try to say American R's. Right. Is that... Hold on, Sark. Is that... Are you... Sark, are you threatening me right now, bro? Are you threatening me, Sark? Are you saying you're gonna cripple me and put me in a robot suit, Sark? It kind of feels like that, Sark. I'm just kidding. I'm just teasing. You can do it. I mean, you can. I mean... Coward. I'm just kidding. I think it's Australia. I don't know. I don't want to be like, oh, I think he's Australian, and then have him end up being from New Zealand, or have him say he's from New Zealand and have him end up being Australian. I know how they feel about being called one or the other, and I don't know which one he is, so he's just foreign. Because I'm an American. And if you're not American, you're foreign. Oh. That's what you mean. My bad. My bad. You're cool. It's okay.
Female recruit. There's a whole bunch of guards here, Snake. But this guard, the female guard, refused to take part in the rebellion when that happened. So she was thrown in the prison.
Wait a minute, could that be that woman that was wearing the guard's uniform? That woman is Meryl? Also, that woman who is Meryl is the Colonel's niece?
I don't know, Snake, but she managed to escape. I was in contact with her over the codec before she was captured. Snake, you can contact her on the codec, but I can't remember the frequency. Oh, what is it?
I'm just kidding about that American foreign thing. I'm very respectful of other cultures. Yes, actually, where are you from? That's cool. I had a feeling. I just realized what I was saying and kind of was like, let's let's be less stereotypical aggressive American because it's the new stream. People might get the wrong idea. No, I do love foreign cultures and other things. I just don't know exactly where Internet Historian's from. That's good. That's good. I kind of figured a lot of Americans don't usually watch this streaming at this time of night. A lot of people are done streaming by this time. Back to the video.
Oh, that's right.
Nice. Nice. We love Latin America. I don't hold any ill will against any country, really. I think everyone's cool. That's cool, though. Nice, nice. I'm from Northern America. The USA. We're not doing too hot right now, but, you know. We're here.
Right. It's written on the back of the box.
Okay, so they had this interesting fourth wall moment. On the back of the Metal Gear Solid case, there are a whole bunch of previews of the game, right? And you go, oh yes, I want to buy this. One of them is the codec, and you can see one.
I have this physical box in my hands right now. I'm holding it. I'm looking at the box. Yeah, I'm not excited about what's going on in America. That's why we're watching Internet Historian, so I don't have to think about what's going on in my country. Anyway, back to the... Oh, yeah. I have this physical game case in my hands right now. I can look at the back. I can look at the front. I also have the VR missions to the special game stuff that came with this. It's super neat to have.
Right? And you go, oh yes, I want to buy this. One of them is the codec, and you can see 140.15.
You remember?
Yeah, I remember this shit. Yeah, it caused me all sorts of grief when I was a kid because I did not have the case. I used to throw the cases away, and then I would throw them in a slip disc.
Oh, that's so painful to hear. That he threw the game case away. That's so painful. Oh. I had all of these games when I was a kid too, except for this. I've always wanted to play I Have No Mouth when I Must Scream. It's a really good story mode. It's a short one too. I kind of wanted to start with that one, but I don't have a way to play it.
You know, this tended to be like pre-internet days, or at least used to have really spotty internet. So I was stuck. Now, Snake says, alright, I'll try to contact her, but what do I do if it doesn't work?
You will need to find Hal Emmerich. Emmerich is the team leader of the Metal Gear Rex program.
What?
If there's anyone who can figure out how to stop Metal Gear from launch, it's Emmerich.
What?
He's probably being held captive at the nuclear warhead storage building.
Oh my god. So, Snake then says, why Metal Gear? The nuclear age ended with the turn of the millennium.
Snake,
It's a
let
good
me
video.
give you a little hit.
For sure, for sure. It's a good video.
History lesson. The threat of nuclear war. Oh, it's not gone. In fact, it's greater than it's ever been.
Alright, we ain't sitting through all this. Basically,
Oh, thank God. I was about to be like, hold on. I wanted to fast forward because this is a long
blah 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 blah.
In order to maintain
blah blah blah
our
blah 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 blah.
So, Snake's submarine is actually more useful because you can't really attack the
Stop
submarine.
attacking my life. Yes.
Blah blah
There are
blah
project
blah
short
blah
Snake.
blah blah
Revolver
blah
a little
blah
bit.
blah
Good
blah
ninja.
blah
It's an
blah
experiment. She
blah
should
blah.
Baker starts having a heart attack.
Baker's dying. Blah 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 blah. Chapter 3. Chapter 3. I want to play the game at some
Oh, I
point.
got bad news. I just met this really cool guy, but he's dead. His name's Baker.
It looks like another heart attack. There are a lot of drugs that can cause a heart attack in large doses, so I won't be able to tell without doing an autopsy though, if it was like faked or not.
He just took his booster shot.
This is bullshit, Naomi. Why are you lying to my face?
But as well, coincidence? Now,
Coin-
Snake then asked Naomi, would
Oh, yeah, sorry. Sorry if I skipped through the exposition. It was more or less so to explain what happens, because I don't want to like draw out watching the video more than I have to, so that I can play the game at some point. Baker gave Snake a little disc, and that disc was the battle data for Metal Gear Rex. And he's got to save the scientist that invented Rex so that he can destroy Metal Gear Rex. But he's got to get that data out of there.
What do you know about this exoskeleton ninja man? Whereabouts is Fortnite Ninja from? I need to...
Fortnite Ninja Blevins. Tyler Ninja Blevins. I appreciate that. I kind of figured that most people that were going to watch the stream had probably seen the video and were more interested in my intellectual additives, my creative transformation of this video.
Nowhere.
Fortnite in Tyler Ninja Blevins. Oh. Tyler Ninja Blevins. My favorite internet historian video is the one where he talks about Tyler Ninja Blevins. My wife just made me a sandwich, unprompted, and handed it to me braless. This is peak male behavior. I love it. Oh, man.
Ninja Blevins is he a part of Foxhound?
I don't know anything about that. There's no one like that in my unit.
You don't know anything about a ninja.
You don't
Not
know
at this
anything
point, I
about
don't.
Tyler.
Never heard of Ninja Blevins.
Welcome to the Ninja Dojo.
Anyway, I gotta go get another call. Snake then goes to the back of the desk, and he calls Meryl. She picks up and she says, "Hey Snake, it's me, Pixel Man. I hope you're enjoying Metal."
Oh, sorry.
Oh, if you were one of the good guys.
Listen up, Meryl. Of course, I'm one of the good guys.
Can't
And
watch the
also,
ads.
I know that you are one of the good guys. I could see it in your
You've
eyes.
got rookie eyes.
You've got green rookie eyes.
Eyes.
They're not soldiers'
They're not
eyes.
soldiers'
They're
eyes.
rookies' eyes, right?
They're soft, compassionate
Beautiful,
eyes.
compassionate eyes.
Shut the fuck up, Snake.
Oh, Snake. Oh, I'm swept off my feet. By the way, Snake, can I just say, you
Can I just say that Snake is 33 and Meryl is 18? Well, hold on, bro. That's worse than fucking Leo and heckin' every 25-year-old on the planet.
and the terrorist Liquid Snake share a striking resemblance. It's very hot.
You telling me I look just like the leader of the terrorists?
Yes, and I like it.
That's so strange. What another mystery to find out about and such. Look at this. I've got the key card. And Snake goes, "It's
Give
a
it here.
miracle you've still got
I
it."
need it.
And Meryl says,
Well, women have more hiding places than men.
"Are you talking about your vagina?"
Did you hide? Is there? I saw. I can't remember who I was watching. You know, be careful saying that in my stream, brother. I can't remember who I was watching. I was watching somebody play Metal Gear Solid 1. I was watching somebody play Twin Snakes, and Snake's sneaking suit in Twin Snakes is so skin tight you can see the like details of his ass cheeks. And the guy was saying, like, you know, Snake could pop that card in between his balls and his gooch and have that thing be red hot in 9 seconds. I was like, you know, the key card, if you've had it hidden in your boobies or your naughty square, it should be red, not room temperature. If your vagina is room temperature, you should talk to your doctor.
I'll leave that up to your interpretation, Snake.
I think she's talking about a vagina. Alright, so Snake is off to find Dr. Emmerich. Turns out Dr. Emmerich is not actually in this building. He needs to go outside of this one, through the snow, and into the entrance of the other building, right? But to do that, Snake, you'll have to go through a bunch of lasers. They go up and down, and if they go off, the guards will be alerted. So to see the lasers...
No, that's not correct. If you trip the light, if you trip the laser, the guards won't be alerted. You've played this game, internet historian. You should know that the guards won't be alerted, but gas will be expelled. Continuity error, bad video, thumbs down.
Snake takes out his cigarettes, and Campbell goes, "What the hell did you get those? We strip searched you when you started the mission." And Snake goes, "Well, I hid them in my stomach."
Thanks to the shot you gave me that suppressed my stomach acids.
So he swallowed a pack of cigarettes, and then he threw it up to smoke.
I swallowed this
He's
shit.
got a terrible addiction. They go, "Okay."
Lucky Strikes? Good brand, Snake.
Later, he's got a terrible addiction.
Even though canonically, Snake smokes Marlboro Reds. Just saying.
They go, "Okay, cool." And then Snake has a cigarette and goes, "Yeah, that is
Yeah,
cool."
cigarettes are cool.
Or, you know, you could just use the infrared goggles. He makes it outside the building and into the
Just
snow.
kidding. Don't smoke cigarettes.
Now, as he's
Cigarettes
walking
are bad.
along, suddenly he gets a call.
Unless
and it's
you're
from an
cool.
unknown number.
Like me.
Who are you?
My name, it's Deep Throat.
Deep throat.
Ew.
Need to use a mind
Ew, your name's Deep Throat. That's gross. My name's Deep Throat. Gross.
detector to traverse the snow and avoid the mines, because there's mines all over the place here. Also, Snake, there's a tank right in front of where you're standing, and it's waiting to ambush you. So, be careful about that.
Oh, okay. Now, you don't actually have to do anything about the mines. All you do is crawl around on your belly, and the mines can't go off. So, Snake crawls forward, and then, tank time. There is a man, his name is Vulcan Raven, and he pops up, and he goes, "Oh, it's nice to see you, Snake, but
Snakes don't belong in Alaska.
it's only bears and incest."
By the way, Vulcan Raven is part of Foxhound, so this is member 4 of 6, for those of you keeping track at home.
So the fight is on between Vulcan Raven in his tank versus Solid Snake in his shoes.
I'm gonna pause it right here. I gotta go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. Oh shit. Is what true? I forgot what we were talking about. Yeah, you can just, if you crawl on the ground, you can collect the mines. And, you, like, pick them up and add them to your inventory. You'd think that, like, crawling into a claymore mine, it would just explode in your face. But no, actually, you could just pick it up like it's a toy. Don't attempt in real... Do not attempt in real life. But, I gotta go potty. I'll be right back. to the video.
That flip was like, oh, fuck. All I want to do is be able to do that. So Snake and this tank are running around the map. Snake is throwing grenades, and he's trying to get them into the...
I had a conversation with my my partner in crime, and I'm gonna try this and see if we can't get through the video a little faster. And Sark, I'm gonna need your help determining whether or not this is dog shit annoying. I'm gonna increase the playback speed and just see how it goes. See if it works. See if it's annoying. If you're into it, you're into it. If you're not, you're not. Just say so.
Mouth hole at the top of the tank. Oh, and one gets in there. Gobble, gobble, gobble. No, wait. The tank explodes, and a man is thrown up from there. Snake is then very proudy. He walks over to the next building and he goes inside. Haha. But what he doesn't know is that Vulcan Raven actually survived.
I don't want to do speed
somehow.
times 2
He popped out of the top of the tank, and
because I feel like that might be like grating. Because it does add, like, it pitches the sound up a little bit because it's going so fast. Yeah.
Takes a phone
I think so
call.
too. It's like almost
Well,
not
boss,
noticeable.
He got away.
But it is a little
Instead of
faster.
chasing him down, I'm going to just hang out in the burnt tank. And Vulcan Raven swears that he will fight Snake again, and this time win.
Yes.
Yeah.
Raven on my head.
Yeah. 1.25. Yeah.
Snake enters the facility where they keep all the nuclear waste. Time to use stealth and sneakery. So he jumps into his signature box and he starts wandering around the room. A box. They turned my boy into a box.
I love when the internet historian uses Simpson jokes. It makes my day. I love The Simpsons and Metal Gear, so when I see a Metal Gear Simpsons joke, my brain goes, yippee! It's so good. It's so good. I love it. But something they don't mention is that you actually can't use your guns in this section. Naomi's like, nope, you're not allowed to use your guns. I hope you die, you giant pussy. Fuck you. And then she's like, your nanomachines make it impossible for you to use your guns.
Snake then makes his way to the elevator and he goes, B2, please. He goes down there, and just as the door opens, he... Uh-oh. That ain't good. Dead men. Blood.
They skipped the electrified hallway. I wonder why. I wonder if they were just like, this video is already 2 hours long. We don't really have time for the electric hallway. Which begs the question, why did I pause to mention it if I'm also on a time crunch? Content.
And carnage all over the place. My God, what has happened here? So Snake rounds the corner and he sees it's the cyborg ninja once again. He's holding a man in the air with his sword. A katana, in fact. And then he leaves through a door.
When I was a little kid, this hallway genuinely scared me. Like, I was super scared of this part. Like, my brain was just like, this is real. This is real, and that cyborg ninja's gonna kill you, bro. I was so scared. It also solidified how cool Gray Fox is in my mind.
Which is not so unusual. Snake follows quickly, and he runs in. He sees the invisible man walking towards Hal Emmerich. He's the scientist behind Metal Gear. The ninja keeps getting closer, and Dr. Emmerich's like, please don't kill me. I love anime.
What's with these guys? It's like one of my Japanese animes.
So anyway, then he starts just pissing himself. Which is not a good thing to do in the cold winters of Alaska. But he is eccentric, it's kind of his thing. What's the deal? Everything on the battlefield is distinguished by either good guys or bad guys. I don't know which one you are.
Neither enemy nor friend. I am back from the world where such words are meaningless.
I'm just a humble cyborg ninja.
Give him a little mouth. Give him a little mouth.
So the scientist jumps in his locker, and Snake and the cyborg must
Kick
punch with yay. But before I run away again, I have to ask, do you remember me, Snake? It can't be. You were killed in Zanzibar.
Fox. Colonel. That ninja is Gray Fox. No, in Zanzibar. That's Gray Fox. I'm sure of it.
We're just gonna spoil it. So that is a man named Gray Fox, aka Frank Yeager. Then all of a sudden, the cyborg ninja starts spazzing out.
Well, that's kind of scarier at one time speed.
It's Michael J. Fox.
No, that's even sadder now. Okay, I appreciate you asking that question, Sark. Why was the cyborg ninja fighting Snake here? Oh, who rebuilt? I can answer that question as well. So, in Metal Gear 2, Snake's Revenge, Gray Fox pilots the Metal Gear you're supposed to destroy. And when you destroy Metal Gear in that game, you cripple Gray Fox. You break his arms and you break his legs, and he can't move. And at the end of that game, somehow Big Boss saves him and takes him back to the States. Naomi and Dr. Clark from the gene therapy unit in this game, they mentioned Dr. Clark a couple of times. Dr. Clark is the one who rebuilt Gray Fox. Big Boss is the reason Gray Fox is still technically alive, quote unquote, but Gray Fox, his body was left in a vegetative state after he fought Snake in the previous game before this one. Big Boss and the Patriots technically rebuilt Gray Fox, but it's a little more of like Dr. Clark rebuilt Gray Fox. And they retconned Dr. Clark to be paramedic from Metal Gear Solid 3. Yes, yes. Naomi's lying. Naomi's a lying woman. Naomi's a lying whore. Yes, and that's why she tries to kill Snake. You got it. That's why she put Fox Die in Snake, and that's why she wants Snake dead. Anyway, back to the video.
He starts screaming, "The medicine!
The
I need my
medicine!
topical cream." The cyborg
I've
ninja
got
starts
severe
smashing his head into the
eczema.
ground. It's itchy, and then he sprints out of the room. What the hell is going on? Ring, ring. Colonel, what's going on?
Colonel, what's going on?
I don't believe you, Snake. There's no way that could be him, Snake. He died in Zanzibar.
And then Naomi jumps into the call and goes, "Oh, I was certain he was dead. What a surprise twist of events."
You lying bitch.
Before I joined the super secret CIA medical team or whatever, I heard rumors about a man who had experiments run on him. That soldier was Gray Fox. They took him from the battlefield of Zanzibar, and he was dead at the time, but they revived him, and they kept him drugged up. And then they did all sorts of experiments on him, Snake. It was terrible. They'd have this maze. There was cheese in the middle. No, wait, I've got more. And then they'd do this other thing where they drop food on the floor, and then they'd go 1, 2, 3, and he would test to see if it was safe to eat. They got up to 5, 6, 7 seconds, Snake.
He was the original tester of the 5-second rule.
By the way, these soldiers are all called genome soldiers. Why is that, Mr. Branson? Are their names all genome?
No, Mark, it's a little bit more complicated than that. So all of the soldiers at this base have undergone genome therapy. This makes them stronger and better.
You think Mr. B's real name is Mr. Branson, and that's why they used the picture of the guy, the Virgin Wireless Mr. Branson guy? By the way, if you didn't know who that blonde guy is, that's someone Branson, I'm pretty sure, from Virgin Mobile. The guy, he was one of the first millionaires that went to space off of his own dime. He went pre-atmosphere in a Virgin Mobile spaceship. And then Jeff Bezos was the second.
Being soldiers.
Stuff. Snake hangs up the call and I gotta go talk to this scientist that's still peeing in the closet. So he opens the closet dramatically, and this is Dr. Emmerich. Now, the problem is his legs are all wet, and as he walks around, it makes a squidging noise. Snake says, "What do you know about Metal Gear?"
Metal Gear? Yeah, I worked on that, but it was only ever meant to be for, like, defensive purposes, and I had no idea that they were going to use it to, like, attack people.
Okay.
Well, Bezos is the bald white guy. Or, yeah, Bezos is the other bald white guy. I don't think they're both called Mr. B in Expleened. I don't know. I'm getting kind of sleep deprived.
Telling me that you built the Metal Gear, but then someone else was building the weapons off to the side, and you didn't know that they were gonna combine the two like a Lego Bionicle with the weapon in his hand. You just thought it was gonna be the Bionicle on its own?
Yes, that is what I thought.
Yeah, but how would you know what kind of stability it would need, for example, when you...
See, this is where I like to go, actually, because, actually, the stability wouldn't have needed to be something to worry about, because Rex's ray gun is the thing that technically fires the nuke. And it's a recoilless fire of the nuke because the railgun is using the metal material in the recycled nuclear warhead and accelerating it with magnetism. And thusly, you don't need any thrust when the rocket, with any rocket material, because there is no rocket material. You're just using the metal material in the nuclear warhead and thrusting it with magnetism along the railgun that's already present on Metal Gear Rex.
Fired a missile from it. Wouldn't you have to know what sort of...
You see, this is... Hal Emmerich didn't need to know that the railgun wasn't for building a stealth nuclear warhead. Because all Otacon needed to know is that this this rail cannon was going to shoot metal projectiles in order to take down nuclear weapons that were coming in, incoming. So Metal Gear Rex being built as an anti-nuclear weapon, where this railgun would shoot metal projectiles into the sub-atmosphere in order to shoot down incoming nuclear warheads. What they didn't tell Otacon is that the railgun's actually going to be used to propel nuclear material warheads that have already, quote-unquote, been dismantled and aren't attached to rocket-propelled missile units. So they're not missiles. They're just shooting nuclear warheads from the railgun.
With specs, so that it didn't just barrel over backwards?
These are great questions, Snake.
Also, how would you need to know, for example, doesn't the Metal Gear have a railgun on it? Where's the power for that thing? Surely it's coming...
The power from the railgun is actually coming from the nuclear battery stored within this unit. I read a blueprint of the building of Metal Gear Rex because some nerd decided to put a blueprint, a 100% blueprint of Metal Gear Rex on the internet. And I had a model kit of Metal Gear Rex, and it comes with blueprints of like what the things on Metal Gear Rex does. Yeah, there's a nuclear battery in this little cock of his, and the nuclear battery powers all of the intense electronics. That's why 15 years later in Metal Gear Solid 4, Snake gets back into Metal Gear Rex and can boot it back up and use it functioningly, because there's a nuclear battery powering it, and then like all these metal systems get like, they may get damaged over time, but they're filled with so much energy and filled with so much like gumption from the nuclear battery within it that it pushes through broken materials and can use it even when it's broken. The railgun's powered by the nuclear battery. I'm a nerd.
From the machine itself.
Look, okay, I did read not that it was just not that it was going to fire nuclear missiles.
Okay, I understand that satisfactory thing. Lamau, this whole situation's pretty fucked
Lamau.
up. Lol, even. And then Emmerich says,
"Oh my god, Snake, you're so right. I can't handle this anymore. Why is my research being used for this? I feel like such a fool." And then he starts crying.
And we're gonna boop.
And he then asks the pertinent question: where are they keeping Metal Gear Rex?
Rex is in the underground maintenance base north of the communications tower.
Okay, why don't you go hide, and I'll make my way over to Rex. Have a great time. See you later, he says as he starts leaving the room, prematurely. But then Emmerich says,
"Sure, no worries, I'll hide. Also, check it out. I have stealth camouflage."
This is my
just
favorite
like
fucking
Cyborg Ninja.
bit that they do.
That's really neat, but wouldn't it make way more sense if you gave me the stealth camouflage
Yeah, hold
and
on.
you continued to hang out in the piss locker? Because I don't really need you to run about the map, but I have to run about the map.
Yeah, also, there's 4 more stealth suits in the locker that I was just hiding out and pissing and jerking off in. Do you want one of them? Maybe? Do you possibly want one of them? While you're here, I know that I was gonna go back. I'm gonna forget about it in 0.5 fucking seconds and not offer to you as you walk out the fucking door. Let me just not do that, because you're the super secret kill guy and I'm not gonna give you the stealth suits. But I am gonna bring it up later when they're gone. Fuck you, Snake, by the way. I think you're dumb. Mwah.
Well, you see, I've already got piss all over this stealth camouflage, so you probably don't want it.
Ugh, this is my favorite. You can keep the one that's pissed on. Because in the codec calls, they call it a suit. It is a suit, so I've already pissed in this one.
Wherever, get to Metal Gear Rex or something, I don't know. And then he goes, but first, I gotta call my girlfriend. hi Meryl, how you doing? And she goes, I'm going really good, Snake. But suddenly Meryl gets ambushed while on the call.
Damn.
Oh no, damn, they spotted me.
And Emmerich goes, quick Snake, take this level 4 card.
That's true. You don't need the stealth suit.
Yes, I feel one with the box. I feel safer in the box.
Right, at this point, naturally,
I love a good
Snake
box.
thinks you've given a lot of exposition, so it's about time you die of a heart attack, right? Because you're not in any pain, are you?
What's wrong? Getting all friendly all of a sudden.
No, nothing. I'm glad you're okay.
Also, you should call me Otacon from now on. And then Snake goes, what? Why?
Oh,
Well,
what?
see,
Why would
it's
I
a
call you Otacon?
portmanteau of
Otaku Convention.
Convention. And Snake continues to stare incredulously.
Fucking nerd.
Fucking
Otaku
nerd.
is a guy who likes Japanese animation. Blair. You know, when I started building robots, because I wanted to build great big ones like in my favorite anime. By this point, Snake's got his gun drawn and pointed directly at his head. Anyway,
If you
so
keep
call
talking
me
about anime,
Otacon.
I'm
Why
gonna
don't you go
freaking
find
kill
Mel? There's
you,
not much time
nerd.
to kill me right now. You can do that later. Okay, all right, I'm
I
outta
love
here.
anime.
And so he leaves to find Mel.
I love Otacon's goofy little name, and I love that Otacon's a nerd.
That walk with a certain wiggle. Nope, not that one. Nope, not that one.
Box.
Nope, not that one. Nope, not that one.
I love a good box.
You have a clear shot now.
A box. You have the box. Good box. Oh, goddamn.
Just a box
She's
taking
bigger than
women,
a
don't worry about
Snicker.
that. Now the funny thing is, you can, of course,
She
get
got
into
my-
a firefight
she
or
got
just
my
isolate
gym,
these other
anything but
soldiers
slim.
and kill Meryl.
Oh, really?
And if you do that, you lose the game.
Just
Yeah.
murder Meryl.
The Wiggly soldier then goes into the women's bathroom, which is a bit of a giveaway. But all the Genome soldiers are male, so why would you use the females? But he follows him to go into the bathroom. Now, if you go into the other bathroom, the other soldiers actually use the male bathroom as well. So you can run up behind them when they're using the urinal, and you can strangle them, which is pretty funny. And you like to do that around the office.
I like to do that around the office. I like to check out
Finally
my...
gets to the last one, and there he sees a guard's uniform.
I was replaying the box scene because I like the box. I like a good box. I wasn't looking at Meryl's ass again. What? What? You think I got a crush on a PSG-1 character's butt? You're crazy. Get out of here. You're crazy.
Uniform. Maybe she's inside the toilet.
Don't move. That's the second time I've been able to sneak up on the legendary Solid Snake.
Oh, what? She's got pants on.
You're Meryl? I had no
And they're
idea
blurring
you
her
were so feminine.
It's not
PS1
hard to try and
nipples.
hit on the snake.
What kind of society
Now
are we
I'm
living in?
psychotherapy to destroy my interest
If you
in
stick
men.
around to watch my gameplay,
Concrete. But
I'm not
here's the thing,
censoring her
Snake is
PS1
such a
nipples,
rugged
and I'm gonna
handsome
make sure
hero.
her ass
Eventually,
is
he's gonna
out.
come around.
What's that mark?
Huh? Oh, this? It's a paint tattoo. It's not real. I was a fan of Foxhound way back, and guys like you and my uncle were in it. None of that gene therapy.
Why are
like
all
there
this?
is today.
Why
You
is
know,
everyone around here?
Okay, we didn't want to
dudes?
overcomplicate it, so we didn't mention it. But Snake used to be in Foxhound, but then everybody.
I know the answer, yeah. It's because they're all clones of Big Boss, so they can only produce male clones of the male Big Boss. Which does make sense. You could make a female clone of a dude. I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure. I don't know how cloning works. I'm not a genealogist. But yeah, they're all clones of Big Boss.
Body left, so these 6 new people, he doesn't know any of them, so we just didn't mention it. Foxhound used to be good. Now it's all bad. Yeah, I like the old Foxhound. I'm not a hero.
I don't
I'm
like
just
living in a
man.
country where
man
we
who's
blur
good.
PS1
I
women's
only know war.
nipples.
You know that book, War and Peace? For me, I scribbled out the last 2 words of the title.
That's just about war.
I never fought for anyone but myself. I've got no purpose in life, no ultimate goal.
You understand there? I fight for me. I fight for myself. I'm a mercenary. I have no goal. I'm completely nihilistic. I don't know why I fight. I don't know why I'm here right now. I don't know why I wake up in the morning.
Well, dadgum, what do you think the answer is? I thought it was because they were all cloned from Big Boss, that they all had to be boys. Or no, are you saying I don't think so, because I don't think you can clone a woman from a man? Because that makes sense. I don't think you can clone a dude. I don't think you can clone a lady from a dude. But I don't know how cloning works. I'll just say you're right, bro. You're right. I believe in you. I think you're a doctor.
I hate myself, but most of all, I hate you, Meryl. Meryl, please.
I hate you,
see
Meryl.
Right through your shot. We're gonna have to mosaic this whole thing out. I also want one of those cool temporary tattoos. Have you got one? I'll put one on my face. Look at this now. Tough people take me seriously, even though I'm a battlefield killing machine. Sometimes there's other things in the field, such as a tractor or a plow or this. Yes.
No.
Finally, Metal Gear Solid! Exclamation mark. We open to a submarine speeding through the ocean. I'm just a man who's good at killing. I only know war. You know that book, War and Peace? Over to the mirror, and she goes,
Recognize me in disguise.
I never forget a lady.
So there's something you like about me.
Sorry, I wanted to change the thing, and I...
Butt.
Oh, I see. First it's my eyes, now it's my butt. What's next?
I wanted to change the...
Think about what's next.
The kitty cat, and I didn't realize that it would fucking...
You got the card keys from Baker?
Change the video.
You mean this?
I have hotkeys for my little character guy, and I wanted to change him from like putting his hands on his hips to pointing at the screen because I wanted him to look cooler.
Anyway, she walks over.
No, I like changing it up
You know,
because he has different states. I gotta draw my own at some point, but currently I'm bad at art and trying to figure out PNGs.
He was killed in action when I was younger.
My father. He was always the kind of...
But now he's pointing at the screen.
This isn't a training exercise. Our lives are riding on this. There are no heroes or heroines. If you lose, you're worm food.
Anyway, I don't have time for this. You're really slowing me down on the battlefield right now.
Is that FAMAS functional?
But now I'm gonna have to like not ever do that again because it resets
with you
the
and
fucking
maybe you'll
video.
find more ammo later.
Where'd you get that Desert Eagle?
I found it in the armory. It's a 50 caliber Action Express. There was a SOCOM pistol too, but I chose this.
Huh. So I got a leftover, huh? Isn't that gun a little big for a girl?
Don't worry, I
Whoa,
can handle it.
Snake. Whoa, Snake, that was super
use my
sexist.
45.
Listen, I've used a gun like this since I was 8 years old. I'm more comfortable with it than I am with a bra.
And Meryl pulls out a clip of ammo from her bra. Meryl then gives Snake a level 5 card.
How many things
got
do you
a
have in there,
holographic on it,
Meryl?
so they head off.
Got a
They need to get
holographic
to the
Pikachu.
commander's room because they think they will find something there that will help them disarm the nuclear weapons or stop Metal Gear Rex or something. And then Meryl turns to Snake and she says,
That's strange. There's no guard.
What happened to the music?
You know what, Jeff, I think this has all the hallmarks of some sort of trap. Now, this is where things get a bit weird. Snake's just about to open the door. Suddenly, Meryl has contracted the COVID, and she gets a headache all of a sudden.
Snake.
My vaccine is not working,
Jeff,
Snake.
So Meryl is screaming and she needs a couple of Tylenol, but she gets up and then all of a sudden her demeanor has changed.
Minecraft ouch noises. Chicken jockey.
Let's go.
Did you also notice that her voice had changed? Just as they enter the room,
I'm on the
Meryl
internet
suddenly
too
starts
much.
acting all weird. She has another migraine, but this time something else is happening. She points her gun at Snake. Meryl asks,
And
"Hey,
the
Snake,
crew, chicken jockey, I am Steve.
Do you like me? Will you hold me, Snake?
Oh, I do very much. Meryl, come here, give me a big smoot. But behind Meryl is a man, and he seems to want to watch. It's ruining the whole mood for
That's
Snake.
gross.
Correct. I like
Correct.
men.
I like
Real
men.
And some women, but none that have rookie eyes. So, Meryl has been confirmed to be under control of a man named Psycho Mantis. Now, Psycho Mantis has all sorts of
this is your
telekinetic
bit.
and
This is your
telepathic
boy.
powers. Very
It's your
cool.
boy,
And
Sark.
remember, Psycho Mantis is the guy that
Psycho
read
Mantis.
Donald Anderson's mind, the chief of DARPA.
And he is controlling Meryl, but that means that we can't kill her, unfortunately. Anyway, long story short, Snake has to knock Meryl out, and then he has to fight Psycho Mantis. And so basically, he's like, look, I can do telekinesis, and he tells you...
I will show you my psychokinetic power. Put your controller on.
Oh, this is my favorite bit.
And you
Put
do
it,
it, and then he just
you put
runs
your
the vibration. And it seems like he's doing it with his mind. It's so neat.
Look
This
how
is like
cool
back in
I am, Snake.
1998, I think. And all this stuff just blew my mind. And then he also
There
starts
he
reading your memory
is.
card.
It's the boy.
Like Suikoden.
You like
You like Castlevania,
Suikoden.
don't
You like Castlevania.
Konami games.
He also starts rating your gameplay.
You're a careless man, aren't you?
Anyway, you fight him, and he can fly around, and he can do stealth, and he's knocking things around the room. But if you try to shoot at him, he constantly dodges out of the way. And then he has all these cool, like, fake-out moments as well, where he pretends like your TV is changing its input.
I'm about to say, do we want to address the fact that instead of video, he writes Hideo?
After a while, you start to get pretty fucked up if you go, oh shit, what do I do? So you call up the colonel, right? And you go, Colonel, I don't know how to
Colonel,
this guy."
I don't
And
know
the
how to
colonel
be-
goes, "Why don't you
Colonel, I'm pretty
try
fucking
unplugging
dumb.
the
I don't know what to
controller from
do."
slot 1 into slot 2, which was a really fucking neat concept. And the idea is, because you're using the wrong controller slot, he can no longer predict.
There's also another cool hint is there's all the busts in the four corners of the room. They're all of Psycho Mantis. He brought them from home, I guess. when he invaded this nuclear disposal facility. But they're all busts of him.
Your input.
These aren't the busts. There's little busts in the four corners of the room with duct tape on them. And if you shoot the duct tape, it breaks the duct tape off. And if you do that to all four of them, Psycho Mantis starts getting nervous because he doesn't like looking at his own face. And he'll start, his psychic powers will stop working. And you'll be able to shoot him. And that's a way you can do this on modern consoles. Like, you can do this boss fight on PS5 without having to switch your controller around, because you can't switch your controller port. You have to do it virtually through the pause menu, which kind of stinks. I'd like to physically change my controller port, but, you know, che la vie.
Puts on the controls. Anyway, so he does all that stuff, and then Mr. Mantis goes, what the heck? Fine, I know what I can do. And he wakes up Meryl, and he starts getting her to do this.
That's a good question. Why would he want to have a fight in his office?
But it's fine. You knock her out. Anyway, finally, you shoot him, and he goes flying.
Flashbang.
Now, Psycho Mantis, I reckon, was one of the coolest characters, and he had a pretty good backstory, too. So we're about to find that out now. Now, you have defeated Psycho Mantis, and they take off his mask so he can talk properly.
Oh, gross.
Meryl's like, ew, what the fuck? Why do you look like that, bro?
Meryl's the best. Ew, grody. Okay, so we finally get to see Psycho Mantis' face here. Right, he has had the top of his head cut off. And then he's had the top, like, kind of badly stitched back together. You know what would fix this? Instead of a big mask, cool bandana. And he decides, you know what, I'm gonna help them after all, they're not so bad. And in fact, I'm kind of on Snake's side now. And Snake rightfully asks, why are you helping me?
But you are different. You're the same as us.
So Psycho Mantis goes on to explain that he would read, hundreds of people's minds, but deep down, all they really wanted to do was reproduce.
Every living thing on this planet.
Duh, who doesn't love fucking, you psychic freak?
It's designed that way. And that's why there is war.
When he was a child, he read his father's mind, and his mum died in childbirth, and his father blamed him for it. Because he had such a large head, he destroyed her, and hence why he had
This
to have
is
the
not
stitching.
true,
In order to get
by
the
the
baby out,
way.
they had to cut half of his head off, and then they had to reattach it later. And then he went
This
full
is not
psycho
true.
mode, I guess, and he
He
broke
went
down his whole village.
He went sicko mode, and they played the song bit.
I read her mind as well. Meryl's? I saw you there.
Ooh, she likes you.
You have a large place in your heart. A large place?
Shut him.
Oh, that thing he said about his mom was made up. So, the true story is explained in Metal Gear Solid 5. You listen to a tape that's given to you in the end. Yeah, I know. It's a little goofy, and I kind of wish that it was true. They do kind of explain it. So the day he I'm pretty sure this might be. You can have it be true. It can be true to you, Sark. It can be all you, if you want it to be. It can be true to you. Live your truth, Sark. I'm not 100% sure if this is accurate, but from what I think that I'm pretty sure when he was born, because he was psychic, he was reading his mother's mind as he was born, and it killed her, I think. You know what? I'm just gonna go with the internet the internet historian's headcanon's way more interesting, because I can't remember anything concrete. That's not cement. That's concrete, baby.
Come up, Snake.
I have a last request.
My mask.
My mask.
Put it back on.
Even at this late stage, he's worried about catching.
Open the door for you.
Please
To find
stop.
Go through that door.
So Psycho Mantis then dies, and they go, all right, we got a mission to do. Let's go,
Oh
Meryl."
my God,
And
Psycho
then Meryl
Mantis,
goes,
he's in my room.
I'm sorry.
Meryl?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I used
It's
public
Psycho
Wi-Fi.
Mantis. He's in the room
don't beat
with
yourself
us.
Up, Meryl.
That's what that
There's no
noise is.
NordVPN, no constant
It's Psycho
story
Mantis
mode.
breathing
Keep
through his
yourself
gas
safe, whatever,
mask.
even if you're browsing pornography at McDonald's. No, I'm sorry
Meryl,
about
what
going
are
zombie
you
mode and stuff
doing?
before and pointing a gun
Step
at you.
bro.
How could I let Mantis control my mind like that?
Snake's just there like, oh my God. in front of his face.
God, hurry the
yourself,
fuck
I'll
up.
leave you here.
Yeah, exactly. Color again, Snake.
Meryl, hurry up. Never doubt
Make it
yourself.
stronger. Learn something from it.
You're always right, Snake. So Meryl goes, tell me, Snake, what's your
Ooh,
name? I'd love to
I
know
can
it.
kind
You're-
of, I can
You're
kind of.
always-
These are the busts that if you shoot them. Yeah, I mean, fuck it. Why not? It's true. It's true. It's canon. I'm gonna add it to the Wikipedia tonight. Yeah, we have clones. Why not? Why can't we have that? His head was too fucking big when he came out of his mom, and they had to cut his head off, and it killed his mom, and they had to put it back on, and it was bad. Fuck it. That's basically what happened to my pinky toe when I was born. Yeah, my pinky toe was all fucked up, and they had to they had to cut it, and when they sewed it back on, that shit was upside down, bro. When I look at my pinky toe, there's a big old scar, and the pattern's flipped. It's nasty. Yeah, you know what? Fuck it. It's true. I'm adding it to the Wikipedia. Chat, can we get that added to the Wikipedia tonight? Fuck it. Fuck it, dude. It's true. It's true. Fuck it.
Right, Snake? So Meryl goes, tell me, Snake, what's your name? I'd love to know it. Your real name, not your code name. And
I don't have a name. I don't have a family. I'm just a cigarette smoking killer.
Snake goes,
Name means nothing on the battlefield.
there are no names on the battlefield.
How old are you?
Now, I'm going to predict he's going to say old enough for
He's
the
33.
battlefield.
Old enough to know what death looks like.
Old enough to know what death looks like.
Just tell her, Snake. Tell her you're fucking 40.
That's what I'm going to put when, like, I go to the doctor's office and I fill out this form. What's your
Age.
name?
There are no names.
What's your age?
Old enough to know what death looks like.
Sex. There is no sex on the battlefield.
There's no sex on the battlefield.
Yeah,
Yes.
back in my
Always
stomach.
keep it
It's like
back in
they
my
rush
stomach.
through the... Now, when they rush through the door, they find themselves at a hallway. They are out now in the snow, and in these walkways, there are a whole bunch of wolves. So they fight their way through it. Now, at this point, they get to the big walkway. Of course, the other building. Within this building, we will see the nuclear weapons, and we will see Metal Gear Rex, and it will be super neato. Then all of a sudden, cut to black, and then the camera opens up to a targeted sniper rifle. Oh my god, what's happening? Meryl turns around. A laser. Oh no.
Oh no.
Suddenly, those 3 packets of spicy Doritos are repeating on her. No, Meryl. Also, she has been shot by a sniper. And then she reaches out for her gun. I'm not going down that easy. But then the sniper shoots her hand too, and the sad music begins. And even in this moment, she decides to get all annoying and wistful.
To get all
I guess I
annoying.
never was built for the battlefield. I was
You know, leave it to... I'm joking, by the way. This is a joke. Leave it to a woman. Never mind. We're gonna
the
keep
rookie
on.
all along. You know those rookie eyes? You're right. I've got 2 of them. And Snake says, don't say that, Meryl. I'm coming to help you. And Meryl says, no, don't do it, Snake.
It's the oldest trick in the book. The sniper's using me for bait to lure you out.
It's not the oldest, but it's one of them.
What's the oldest then, Zokan?
The oldest trick in the book is when you take your thumb, leave one of these bad boys, and then they think, oh my god, his thumb's falling
Yeah.
off.
Right next to the...
3 sniper bullets, and she's fine? Question mark? Question mark? She's fine? Wait, hold on. Let's go back. She takes a bullet to...
Sudden, cut to black. And then the camera opens up to a targeted sniper rifle. Oh my god, what's happening?
So this is...
Meryl
she takes
turns
a bullet
around.
to her
A
left
laser.
thigh?
Oh,
No, she takes a bullet to
Suddenly.
her right... Wait. Flip it. This is her right thigh, right? Yeah. She takes a bullet to her left thigh. That's the important one. This is where your artery is. So she has seconds. She has, like, a couple of seconds before she does my favorite word, which is called exsanguination, which is total blood loss from an artery. So this leaves her, like, seconds already. And then...
Those 3 packets of spicy Doritos.
And then,
are repeating
bam,
on her.
another one. And then...
No, Meryl. Also, she has been shot by a
that's
sniper.
2 right there.
And then she
And
reaches
then
out for her gun. I'm
another
not going
one.
down that easy. But then the sniper shoots her hand too. And the
She's already been shot in, like, the most vulnerable spots. And there's no way she's dead. Snake's gonna, like... Spoiler alert, Snake's gonna fuck off and go find a sniper rifle in the armory. How much time does she have? Now I think about it. If the sniper lady is so precise, yeah. Oh, well, yeah. Is she precise enough to miss her artery in her thigh? Even though, like, from, like, the perspective that we saw, she got, like, shot straight through the middle of her left thigh. Maybe she just grazed the top of it. Yeah. Maybe she just grazed. She grazed her each time. They're just cuts. They're not even shots. They're not even real bullet wounds. Which even then, why is Meryl being so dramatic? If they're not, like, if the sniper determined not to shoot her in a lethal spot because she's the best sniper in the world. Why is Meryl being like, oh, ow, ooh, I'm done for? Even though they, like, the way she heals, because she, like, runs around at the end of the game. So, like, are they just scratches? And is Meryl being, like, ultra dramatic? Yeah, right? Fucking Meryl's being a huge baby.
Right next to the stole your nose one. That's number 2. Yes, that's right. And then I think number 3 is tying someone's shoelaces together. That is good. Number 4 is baiting someone with a sniper.
My gun. I can't reach it by myself. I promised.
I wouldn't slow you down.
Slow you down.
What's it?
I can still help. I want to help you.
5 minutes later. Yeah, we're already shot 3 times. Yeah, shot 3 times.
Oh, my niece. In case we haven't mentioned it, Meryl is Campbell's niece.
Colonel, take it easy. I'm gonna save Meryl, no matter what it takes.
Okay, thanks.
Naomi tells you all about who the sniper is, and you may be surprised to know that it is, in fact, a woman. So you've got Sniper Wolf, and she is, you know, a super patient sniper. She can sit there for days, for hours, just waiting for her chance to strike. So Snake goes, well, how am I supposed to defeat her then? And they go, well, you're going to need some sort of sniper rifle. And he goes, oh, wait a minute. I know where I can find one of those. It's back at the old building. No, which means you have to run through the wolf bit again. And you get all the way back to the old building. Anyway, we're going to skip over that, though. But by the time he gets back, Meryl is gone.
Yeah, and she's gone. And she's gone. So did she, like, when Snake left, were they like, oh, we gotta get her medical attention right now. We have to save this woman's life. We have to make sure that this woman that we don't care about at all survives, so that we can emotionally manipulate Snake. Yeah, right? A rocket launcher would also work. You can use the rocket launcher on Sniper Wolf in the second part. I don't think you get you don't get a rocket launcher until a little bit later in the game. But yeah, a rocket launcher would also work. You can use a rocket launcher on the next boss fight with her.
Where is Meryl? Now, we've got our sniper rifle, and we are...
But, like, what's the context of this boss fight? Because you shoot her, like, a billion fucking times. Is she faking it? Is she faking it to manipulate you into thinking you won? Because you're shooting real bullets at her, like...
To take out Sniper
like,
Wolf in a
you see
one-on-one
blood.
duel to end all duels. There she is.
Bam! You shoot her in the head. Like, I get it, it's a video game. You shoot her in the head, it hurts her health bar. I get that. But she survives this boss fight. So is she just pretending to get shot? Because in the second boss fight, like, here, look if I can find it right here. No, it's after Vulcan Raven. Right? No. No. It's before. Yeah, right here, look at that. She gets shot to a bloody fucking pulp in the second boss fight. She's 3 bullets. One of them's in her lung. The bullet got deflected. Yeah, you just shoot her scope. The bullet's just getting ricocheted off of her. She's using her gun like a fucking ninja. Uses a katana. She's like ding, ding, swing. And then, like, afterward, she has the wherewithal to go, ah, ah.
Now, I remember this, but you're walking up this corridor and you're like, okay, I guess I've defeated Sniper Wolf, but it's very airy. It's like, where is everyone? Where's Meryl? What's going on? Now, it's at this point you're about to go through the door, and suddenly, ambush. Ugh, they got me. Some rookie-eyed dazzlers got me.
Some rookie-eyed dazzlers.
This close. Toss your weapon over here.
Fuck, it's Sniper Wolf.
Surely
Fuck,
she's got to be cold.
she's
That is a hell of a
alive.
low-cut shirt.
Well, she's from Russia, you see, so she's used to the cold.
She's not from
I remember,
Russia.
like, being
She's
a kid
from-
and seeing the Sniper Wolf lady and being like, oh, I think she's nice. So
I
Sniper
think
Wolf
she's
says,
real
I'm going
nice.
to seduce you, and then I shall
She's
cut
got
your
me all
face,
chuffed,
and
mate,
then I shall have one
innit?
of my guards knock you unconscious. Good night, girl. And then the screen is all black, and they say,
Don't kill me yet. I'm alive. Leave it to me. I want no more accidents
Like the DARPA chief.
Yes, it's my target.
Mine alone.
now we wake up and we're looking at a hexagonal-shaped light thing. Oh, we are at the dentist. So the mysterious man who is talking says, well, I knew one day I would meet you, Snake, and also my birthright. I was supposed to be the legendary Snake, and I hate you so much. And anyway, let me sort out those molars. Also, by the way, we need Big Boss's DNA. As was stated at the very beginning of the game, we need Big Boss's DNA. He's got the best DNA. Then, all of a sudden, the chair lifts. Do you
And it's
regularly
Liquid
floss?
Snake.
Snake
Bum, bum,
lies and says,
bum.
of course.
There definitely is a resemblance, don't you think, little brother?
Little brother.
Or
Or is
should
it
I say
big brother?
I'm not sure. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
How's there a resemblance? You can put
It's
Psycho Mantis
PS1.
right next to him and say there's a resemblance to this thing. I go,
All of these models look the
Like
same.
how?
It's 1996.
and Liquid Snake suddenly gets a phone call. Hello.
Really? Then what? Oof, those idiots! All right, Raven. I'll be right there.
Imagine calling yourself Raven and then insisting other people also call you Raven. I'm
I've
gonna
met
be,
I've met people
I'm
named
Sparrow.
Raven.
You can pick whoever you want.
Like hold on. Raven is a name. Like I've met a couple girls named Raven. I mean, there's that TV show of that lady called That's So Raven. Like Raven's a name. It's a strange name for a man, for sure, but I've met dudes named River. I met a kid named Barnaby, which was weird. Like, especially in middle America, you get a guy named Barnaby. You're like, bro, what are you thinking? Naming your kid some crazy she. I would think she's nice as well. I love that comment, bro. I think she's real nice. She is nice. She's really polite to the people she kills. She's not, like, mean about it. The girl from the Teen Titans. Oh, yeah. Hey, hold on. There's also that Raven from Teen Titans. Raven from Teen Titans. Yeah. Shoot. It's a good... There's plenty of people named Raven. Hold on. I've met a girl named Sparrow. We got some weird names. There's people named everything.
I want to be Ice Pick. Liquid
Ice
then takes this, and then they say, the Americans are not responding to their demand. Liquid hangs up the phone, and he says, right, time to launch a nuke. And they go, really? Right now? He says, no.
Really?
in
Right now?
10 hours time.
What?
Oh, that's quite a ticking clock.
We launched the first one in 10 hours as planned.
Damn Americans.
Looks like
Cursed
you read them wrong.
Americans.
Something's funny.
I'll tell you what's funny. He's got no arm. Hey, Liquid, what about the cyborg
Oh.
ninja? You know,
One of my favorite bits is in Twin Snakes, when Ocelot starts torturing you. He tries to spin his gun with his left hand because it's his right hand that's cut off. I mean, he's facing us, so this is his right hand. He tries to spin his gun with his left hand, and he can't. But they make it abundantly clear in Metal Gear Solid 3 that he can spin his guns with two hands. That's why he has two guns. He's Revolver Ocelot. My code name? Call me BigDumDog. My code name is BigDumDog. You can call me Big Dog. Some people call me Big Dog. Oh, Big Dog, Big Boss? That's a fun one. One of the ideas I had for doing my little bouncy guy here, one of the drawings I wanted to do Venom Snake, but as a doggy dog. Yeah. Give him a little horn and an eye patch. And then that way I could do the invisible meme where it's like, you don't even say my name. When the memory's gone, are you feeling strong? Go on, play the game. Anyway, back to the video.
Waving his stump around, and then Liquid Snake says, I don't know who he is, but he's already killed 12 men, which is nothing compared to how many we've killed. Anyway,
okay, we're gonna do a little bub.
It's time to feed the family.
She's on drugs.
Does he just have a Mentos?
Can't doing the Mentos. I hope they would have kept doing the Mentos joke. Anyway, Ocelot's gonna begin torturing Snake. Sniper Wolf's gonna wait for him. Liquid's doing some fuck shit.
Cut a nice nap on this revolving bed of yours.
Snake tortured.
Tortured. Getting carpal tunnel from this
Snake getting tortured.
And if you
ooh, one of the things.
I will tell.
I was also like 8. No, this came out in 1998, and I was fresh little babble by then. I found out that you could use like a pen cap to match the circle button. Received, Big Dog. No problem. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. A lot of people call me Big Dog in the chat because they're like, BigDumDog's a mouthful. Big Dog. Big Boss. I didn't even realize how close they were. Back to the video.
You really do have to resist the pain, because I was like 8 and I was getting carpal tunnel from this fucking section, and if you give up, they'll decide to kill me.
I give in to my fear. I give in to my pain.
Yeah, he's just got no trap muscles.
I'm a loser.
I won't tell you what else will happen. Now, off we go.
Okay, let's get started.
I don't think you should have smoke coming off your body like that.
You know what I like to imagine? The voice actor in this moment.
Still okay?
Fun fact, David Hayter actually recorded all of his lines. Ooh, holy shit. Yeah, look at that. He's like barely hanging on. This shot exemplifies your point there, Sark. It's like Snake really needs to work on these shoulder muscles. Like, Snake, I'm worried about, are your arms okay? Like, that's just bone, brother. That's just bone. Your abs look great, though. Abs look sick. You look cut. I gotta go to the bathroom again, so we're gonna hit another BRB. I'll be right back. Back to the video.
If you're really worried about my well-being, you wouldn't be electrocuting me.
Sark, are you
You're
still
the boss's
here?
brother, all right. Your brother.
Goodbye,
He's an
Sark.
amazing man.
I love you.
Who else could
You're
shoot
the
down
best.
two F-16s
You're the best of
with a
us.
helicopter?
So, Snake gets dragged away to a cell. Now, in the cell, Snake makes a very interesting discovery.
Looks like I got a roommate. The DARPA chief?
We're gonna...
What a mystery death.
Yeah, why did they bring his body here?
Good question. And also, why are there lacerations to the front of his body? And also, if he just died a couple of hours ago, then how come
We're
he's
gonna speed it up a
decomposing
little
and covered
bit.
in maggots?
Maybe we'll find out. Maybe we won't.
Yeah, I got a cold. She took my clothes.
Which part?
I guess you didn't pick up that reference. So remember when that guard gets knocked out and Mir steals his clothes? That's the same...
The prison part was one of my favorite parts of the game. For sure, for sure. It's a good one. But... we're gonna...
Snake, will you introduce Metal Gear? Suddenly it all sort of come make a space now, and Solid Snake goes, oh really, that's pretty cool. How'd you meet him? Will you introduce me? And that guy at the head of the space now says, I agree to buy this new Metal Gear,
Plot.
which full name is Metal Gear Rex. But let me make a deposit. It is a hind, isn't it?
A
Nice.
hindy
Remember
is a
that from the
deposit.
start of the
It's an
game?
old helicopter.
Yeah, suddenly it all sort of comes together. And then Snake goes, oh, you just doing it for the money. And then Ocelot says, no, I want Russia to be reborn.
That's a bit touchy in today's climate, but whatever.
The interrogation ends, and Snake is dragged back to his cell. And then all of a sudden he gets a call.
Oh yeah, you're still here. Good, good.
Yeah, my arm hurts.
When he says, my arm hurts, what she does is she says,
Snake, put
the controller up against your arm.
vibrate the controller. Doesn't really help.
Just made me horny. What?
No, Snake, on your wrist.
Oh,
Don't put it
okay.
on your ball,
Well, I
Snake.
hope you have a
No,
great night.
Snake.
Thank you for
Now,
watching
Snake
the
says,
stream.
"Talk to me,
I really
Naomi. Tell me some
appreciate you.
stuff." And Naomi says, okay, I'll tell you some stuff.
I'll do...
That's a tough one.
I'm gonna complete this VOD and pretend you're here, even after you leave. I'll talk to the chat like you're still
I
here,
didn't have a
sorry.
real family either. Just a big brother who put me through school. We weren't even blood related, and he was much older than me.
Where is he?
He's dead.
Oh my god, Naomi.
Friends?
Frank Yeager.
What?
Big Boss's most trusted lieutenant, and the only member of...
What?
Foxhound ever received the code name Fox. Gray Fox. I learned a lot from him.
But didn't you try to kill each other?
That's true. We did, in Zanzibar.
Remember when they fought originally in Emmerich's office? Snake then realized at that point it was Grey Fox, and he calls the Colonel, and the Colonel doesn't believe him because Grey Fox should be dead.
Because he died in Zanzibar.
Yes, but they brought him back to do tests on him, the 5-second rule, all that stuff.
I guess I got into genetics because I wanted to figure out why I am the way I am.
So anyway, he ends the phone call, and then he calls Otacon, and he says, "You gotta get me out of this jail cell. Naomi is so boring. I don't care about
Naomi's
what
boring the shit out of me."
And then he goes, "All right, Snake, I'm on my way." Anyway. This guy gets diarrhea, and he runs away, and then Otacon shows up.
Wow, they even capture you. Hurry.
Get me out of here.
He gives you the tomato sauce, and he gives you a handkerchief.
It's a handkerchief. I got it from Sniper Wolf.
She's only supposed to be thinking about Snake.
I was taking care of the dogs here. After the terrorists took over, they were planning to shoot all the dogs. But Sniper Wolf stopped them.
Snake says, "Shut up about Sniper Wolf, you idiot. They're gonna launch a nuke. I don't care that she likes dogs."
Oh, jeez. He's coming back. See you later.
Wait.
Now,
Come
he has an
back.
option, a handkerchief and a bottle of ketchup.
The third
What he does
hand.
is He lies on the ground, and then he uses the bottle of ketchup, and it looks as though blood is spilling all over the floor. And he lays there and waits for the guard. Now the guard races over, unlocks the door, and then all of a sudden, Snake springs into action. He also grabs all his stuff. Do-do-do-do-do. Now, when you get all your stuff back, there's actually an explosive in there, so you have to quickly throw it away, otherwise it goes off.
Really?
Yeah. All right. So Snake sneaks out of there. You gotta get all the way back. All the way back.
Go
Takes
all
her out.
the fucking way
Mill was
back.
shot. Oh my God! She also spilled her bottle of ketchup. Oh yeah, I forgot they do this like flashback thing.
Yeah, just
Anyway,
remember,
you
she was
Mill,
shot
and Theory
several
did the
times,
exact thing. Snake
and you
goes,
are
"Oh man, I
sad.
feel bad about stuff. I better tell the Colonel that his niece is dead." So
I wasn't able to protect her. Snake, she's a soldier. She knows that prisoners are a part of war. She joined up of her own free will.
And
I'm sure
skip,
she
skip, skip, skip.
This is whining anymore.
Meryl sad,
You can have
Meryl
regrets
dad.
if you want to. It's only natural. But you can't keep attacking yourself.
Miller sad, Snake sad.
Come on.
This is like a police interrogation.
No, I just...
I guess it's in the genes. Genes? What are you talking about, Colonel? No, I just remembered about Naomi's grandfather. I think Naomi said he rose as high as assistant secretary in the FBI during Edgar Hoover's time. Is that right?
Yes. Yes, he was Japanese, and he became a special undercover investigator to nab the mafia.
he infiltrated some sort of underground group. 456 of them there were, and they were all
Squid
competing for a large sum of
Games.
money.
Squid Games.
I thought you didn't have any
Hey,
family.
what's up,
Oh,
Squid
good
Games?
question, Master.
Well, I researched it after I became an adult.
Miller goes, hey, so wait, who was your granddad again? He was a special undercover investigator, and he wanted to stop the mafia. Anyway, says Snake, that was a load of old boring rubbish, so I'm going here. And then the alarm goes off. And I fly away to the
let's
top,
go, Bob.
which does absolutely nothing to its structural integrity, but ignore that, ignore that. Snake then does a very cool action dive, and he jumps off the side. And you
Snake's
rappel
finding a
down the side
helicopter on the side of a
elevator.
building
Snake makes
now.
it down a few levels and back inside the facility.
He tries to take the elevator, but it's not working. Out of order.
He finds Otacon.
It's me, Snake.
Otacon.
Otacon.
Oh, listen up, Snake. I caught a ride over here on one of the guards' trucks.
You think love
Using
can
the
bloom?
Stealth camouflage. Fitting, fitting. Look, I pressed the
Ding,
button,
ding, ding,
fitting.
ding.
But Snake, I've just got to ask you one question. Fitting.
There are no questions on the battlefield.
There are no questions on the battlefield.
Just let it play. Just let him say the stupid line.
I was wondering if even soldiers fall in love.
Hold on.
What are you trying?
I want to slow it back down.
To say. I want to ask you.
Do you think love can bloom even on the battlefield?
I'm not into it,
Oh
Otacon.
my
The only thing that is cigarettes. There's really
The
a
only
lot
thing
more
I love are cigarettes, Otacon.
No, love does not bloom on the battlefield.
That's not what you actually say.
Let's see what I say then.
Yeah, I do. I think at any time, any place, people can fall in love with each other. But if you love someone, you have to be able to protect them.
He's calling Otacon a weak ass bitch.
I have a favor to ask.
He's like, oh, can you repair the surface elevator for me? It doesn't work. And I go, yeah, sure, I guess I can do that. Thanks very much. In the meanwhile, I'm going to go destroy a helicopter. Oh, okay, awesome, says Otacon. And then he goes. Along the way, he picks up a Stinger missile. They call
Stinger.
that one the Stinger. They don't
I
actually
just
use
watched
that
this
one no more.
episode.
Then he goes up to the roof.
I just watched that episode. They call that one the Stinger. They don't use that one no more. That's when that's the episode where Homer is a boxer and he could like take a bunch of beatings. He take a lot of beatings.
Snake then goes out and he confronts that Pine D, and it's time to have a showdown with Liquid Snake.
Are you ready now, my brother?
Why are you calling me brother?
Who the hell are you?
I'm not your bro.
I'm not your
And
bro,
Liquid Snake
bro.
says, well, actually.
I'm you. I'm your shadow.
What?
Ask the father that you killed. I'll send you to hell to meet him.
That's my favorite subtle thing in the whole game. It's so fun. So we fight on the roof, and it's all very cool. Anyway, you fire enough missiles, a helicopter one would do, but you know, you fire enough at the helicopter, and eventually...
Snake!
Once he is
See
done
you in
killing
hell,
his
Liquid.
brother, perhaps...
That takes care of the cremation.
That take care of the
He calls out
cremation.
Otacon, and he goes, yeah, well, after you crashed your helicopter into the side of the building, it really, like, rattled the whole thing, and now it just works, I guess. So, bing, bing, bong. Now we wait for an elevator. Snake leaves the elevator, and he goes running out. So,
Wait,
bing, bing,
what?
bong. Now we wait for an
They're
elevator.
just gonna skip
Snake-
it. A fight happens on the elevator, but it doesn't matter. Moving on. What the fuck? So this is the point where you find out that there are 4 more stealth suits that Otacon had in his locker, and he was going to go back and grab them. But they were gone by the time Otacon got back. You fight those 4 stealth suit guys on this elevator. The reason the elevator wasn't working was because those 4 stealth suit guys were standing on the elevator. Internet historian, these kinds of facts matter. How are you gonna call yourself internet historian if you're not historically narrating things, man? I'm getting sleepy.
leaves the elevator, and he goes running outside. Then what happens, Griff?
He is shot. Snake recovers, and he calls Otacon.
Someone's been firing at me. Oh my god, it must be
Oh my
Snake.
gosh.
But don't kill her, Snake.
It
please.
gotta be
I love
Snapper
her.
Wolf.
Are you serious?
She's got,
Please.
she's pretty.
She's
And
got
then
huge,
all of a sudden,
you
Snapper
know,
Wolf catches
bullets,
in somehow
Snake,
to
that-
the
in her large
radio,
caliber
and she
rifle.
goes, ah, Snake.
Slamming the chamber down.
Online activities.
Oh.
Looks like you that is so funny to see. She never sees it coming. So he has defeated Snipe Wolf, and Campbell calls up.
Colonel, listen
Blow
to
the
me.
shit
I
out of
found
her
a
with some
parachute near the wreckage
rockets.
of the Hind.
You
A
don't think?
parachute? You don't think that Liquid survived? Impossible. As soon as he jumped out of the pilot's seat, he'd be sliced up faster than an onion on an infomercial.
One slap, salad. So they found
One
a parachute.
slap,
That means
salad.
there's a good chance that Liquid Snake is
The
still
L-
alive. Snake goes
I love the LA Noir clue noise that they use whenever a clue is discovered in any form of media. You know, I just want to just say this right quick. I love internet historian RD, right? I love it. He's good content. He's a good guy. He's a good man.
running over to Sniper Wolf. And then comes some of the best music in any video game.
See if you can recognize it from about every video in the last 6 months.
I am Longshot. You cannot save me. Please. Just finish me quick.
Sad. He carries on. He marches down the steps into the nuclear facility.
And game over.
That confused the shit out of me when this first happened.
You just walked the wrong way, is that the vibe?
Disc 2. We insert disc 2 and we make it into the underground facility. The top layer is a big fuck-off foundry. There is liquid metal all over the place. Now you sneak past all the guards and you make it into an elevator. Then something interesting happens. Bunch of birds or
Ravens.
You can shoot these birds.
Whoa,
and if you shoot enough of them,
if you shoot
they'll
all the
force you.
birds.
And he goes,
Snake, we're not paying you to be a scarecrow, you know. Oh, things. Ravens are God's creatures too, Snake.
it's very funny. All of a sudden, it's a call from the Master. Interesting. What has he got to say?
Snake, I've got something to tell you about Naomi Hunter.
What about her?
Is
What
this
about her?
conversation secure?
Don't worry, nothing is secure. People are constantly jumping into my codec all the time.
What's up?
I was in the FBI too, you know.
I didn't know that. What's your point?
Dr. Hunter's story about her background, it was all a big lie. She might be a spy.
So the Master has revealed that he thinks that Naomi might be lying about her background. In fact, she's some sort of spy for the bad guys.
The head of the FBI at that time, Edgar
hello,
Hoover, he
base
was a
department?
well-known racist. Didn't Naomi say that her father
Oh, wait
was
a minute.
Japanese?
Yeah.
Well, back then, there wasn't a single Asian investigator. Also, in the 1950s, the undercover mafia sting operations hadn't even started yet.
Oh,
they first
spooky.
started in
What if
1960
Psycho Mantis
in
is still
Chicago,
in the room with
not
us?
New York.
That's scary.
Are you saying that Naomi might be behind it?
I don't know. Either that, or she's working with the terrorists.
Dramatic.
Could it be?
If I find out anything, I'll call.
Naomi's a
I don't know why.
terrorist.
And he goes through the door, and then all of a sudden, wow, there sure are a lot of ravens here for a refrigerator.
Welcome, Cossack. This is the end
That's
of the road.
almost like a
Right,
like
my
a
friends?
Like a prank joke. Yeah. They agree with me.
No, you can't speak Raven. Only I speak Raven.
You wouldn't have one tank. Must have been a tight fit for a big boy like you.
Are you calling me fat? What are you trying to say?
Ravens say you are a true warrior.
Alright, so listen. Raven is all over the place. He's constantly raving about nothing. See what I mean? He's...
But there is another event that I excel at.
What's it going to be, Jeff? What does he excel at?
Is it bird watching?
I would have said ring toss.
It is called the ear pull. It is an event where two opponents pull each other's ears while enduring the harsh cold. It tests spiritual as well as physical strength.
So Raven basically wants to show he's much tougher than Snake, so they fight it up, and Snake wins mostly with claymores, is what I remember doing.
Just as the boss said, it is my existence, which is no longer needed in this world.
That's so rude, especially for an employer to say. So anyway, there's Raven, and he is dying. And he goes, I want the birds to eat me, and once they eat me, I will be restored to the Mother Earth. I told you he's a pet on to his friend. And
and then you can hear the obligatory internet historian eating food during video.
It'll get you anywhere you want to go. We'll go all across the facility. You'll have a whale of a time, Snake. I swear, they've got a pinball room downstairs. You'll love it.
What is up with the bad guys in this game just being like, well, I'm dying. Time to betray everything I worked for.
Yeah, like if he
I'm
just
dying.
ended,
Fuck
like,
Liquid.
died,
Goodbye.
then it would be funny because then Snake would have to like cut him open and reach inside and get it, and it would just be like an awful experience. He'd be like, Lamau, I got the last laugh. Right, now, this is where it gets
Lamau.
really
You
interesting.
gotta dig inside of my
remember
guts
when
to
the
get my
DARPA chief
fucking
had a
food.
heart attack? Well, Raven goes, yeah, you think that was the DARPA chief? Surprise, stupid.
That was not the DARPA chief. It was Decoy Octopus, a member of Foxhound.
He was a master of disguise.
Even down to the blood of his victims, he would decoy them.
And you're going, oh, what?
We didn't even meet him before he died.
Correct. Now, Decoy
Technically you
Octopus
did.
is one of the members of Foxhound, and he is a master at taking other people's identities. He's able to copy all of their speech patterns and their look. This is getting stupid, but he even transfuses their blood and takes it into his own body.
With Raven now being dead, and we've just found out Decoy Octopus has been dead from the start of the game.
Yes.
So that's now 4 out of 6 Foxhound members dead. Everyone except for Revolver, Ocelot, and Liquid Snake gone.
And so Raven is there, and he's saying things like, "You walk upon a mile of cows." Raven's head away. She's
They should say only must be.
oh god, they're not. Plus they're she's running off.
Metal Gear.
That's Metal Gear Rex. Right, Snake carries on into the base, and then all of a sudden, Otacon. You just read many nodes. Haven't found any override files. Where you got these? Hey, I got into Baker's private file.
This is a good
Oh
joke.
my god, there's so many nudes.
Oh my god, there's so many
I don't know where you
nudes
got
of
these.
you too,
I saved them all
Snake.
on a little zip drive, and it's fine. But for now, I haven't found any override files. Now, Snake makes it just outside the control room, and here he can hear Revolver, Ocelot, and Liquid talking.
What are they saying, Zuck?
Well, Ocelot says,
Okay, I've entered the PAL codes and disengaged the safety device. We can launch anytime.
and Liquid says,
There's still no response from Washington. It looks like we'll have to show them that we mean business.
Ocelot asks if you should set
We'll have to
coordinates
launch
for
the nuke
Chinatown,
now.
Russia. And Liquid Snake says, no,
No,
change the
let's
target.
do
Let's go to
Locknor,
Locknor,
China.
And
China.
I'll why? Shawniton, Russia is a nuclear test site. If we nuke a nuclear test site, it could be concealed from the public. But if we nuke a major population center, it would be a big deal, and they might even put it on the news. That will mean that the president has to give us the stuff we want, which is the dead carcass of Big Boss and $1 billion.
$1 billion? That money will be used to cure our genome soldiers as well.
Oh, what's wrong with the genome soldiers?
Ah, that's a big reveal for later. No spoilers.
Liquid also says, we need a fox dye vaccine in the demands. What the? You can't just change the deal. And also, what's fox dye?
That's also a reveal for later in the game.
By the way, fox dye is the thing that caused Decoy Octopus to have a heart attack and Kenneth Baker to also have a heart attack.
This is important.
Right, so to make it painfully clear, fox dye is some sort of virus that gives people heart attacks. Oh, Ocelot, let me ask you something else. Have you heard back from Sergei yet? You know, the head of the Russian Spetsnaz?
Well, I think Galukovic's having second thoughts about buying the Metal Gear. Although he did make that deposit. You know, the Hind D helicopter from earlier in the game. I think they still really want it. So, Liquid, you do intend to give him the Metal Gear, right? That's gonna give Russia such an advantage over the US.
Ha ha ha. Nope.
I still don't agree. I think that the Metal Gear is worth more than one Hind D.
I'm gonna do
Just
a
saying.
psych, and I'm gonna keep
Personally.
it for myself. Because I got big plans, Ocelot. Huge
got
plans.
big,
I'm going to
big
take that money and
plans.
Big Boss's remains. I'm going to start my own nation state. Yes. Oh, that was Big Boss's dream. Are you trying to carry on his legacy? I sure am, Ocelot. And what's
Random
more,
accent.
I'm going to name this nation state
Outer Heaven. Big
That will be
Boss's
important in the
dream.
later games, but not now. Oh, baby, do you know what that's worth? We'll call heaven a place on Earth. And we pan over to the doorway.
Ugh, I can't believe this. Big Boss was trying to make us say you blob
Yep.
Snake.
Oh, what? Leave him. Ocelot shoots the card right out of Snake's bloody hand, and it goes sailing over the balcony into the darkness below. Ah, Snake, time for you to die. Hides called Snake.
Or tell me
that I only key cards shape depending on the temperature.
So that one key card? Show, that's the trick, Snake. You already have 3
This
cards,
is the
man.
explanation
The
of the
card's
card
made out of
key.
some special kind of alloy. Shape memory alloy.
That means that it changes shape depending on the temperature.
So that one key card you have is actually all 3.
So that card is really important, Snake. Don't lose it. Whatever you do, don't lose it. Anyway, so Snake finds
Snake
it pretty
lost
easily on
it,
the ground somewhere.
and then he found
you've
it.
got to change the key's shape. So you go over to the foundry and you heat it up. Then you come back, insert the key. Then you go down to the fridge and you cool it down. And then you go and you insert the key. And then you just hang out for a bit with it in your pants. And it heats up. And then you insert it. 3 out of 3. You
They did
did
it backwards.
Snake. Master then calls Snake and goes, "Hello, Snake. It is me, the Master, peeking on the microphone. I've come to talk to you again about Naomi. I got big news.
Naomi,
Star Wars
Naomi,
deal
Naomi,
behind-
Naomi, Naomi,
That's a-
Naomi,
I've got bit
Naomi,
hard.
Naomi's
And
under
flare-
arrest. Naomi,
and then
Naomi.
She is in custody as we speak. But then she escapes. And then she steals a codec as she's running down the hallway. And she gets on the line to Snake. Mushy, mushy. Snake, I've got big news. Nord is doing a deal right now. We'll cue some sad music. Let me tell you some background. You see, it was the 80s. I was in...
I know. It's okay. I'm trying to skip around to some parts that I have better talking ability to, because I'm not trying. We're getting closer to the end of the video, and it's getting pretty late, and I want to be able to play the game. But yeah, I can talk more. I want to talk more about the stuff towards the end of the game. But this is Naomi's backstory about her talking about being a war orphan.
An orphan back in Rhodesia.
Oh,
Rhodesia.
yeah.
That's now known as Zimbabwe.
Zimbabwe.
Yes, the politics there have
Oh,
really gone
yeah,
uphill.
her
Don't Google
new
anything.
accent.
Anyway, I had a big brother. His
Yeah.
name
Grey
was
Fox.
Frank Yeager, a.k.a. Grey Fox, a.k.a. the Cyborg.
The
Ninja.
Cyborg
And
Ninja.
he died. You
I
killed him,
love
Snake, on
Grey
the battlefield.
Fox.
Which is why I put the fox on you. We're repeating things.
So much.
Anyway,
I miss-
later on, it was Big Boss who brought
I really
me
hope
to
they
the
remake
United
Metal Gear
States.
Solid 1.
Remember
when we get
the
more
guy who died, whose corpse
Cyborg
everyone's
Ninja.
after because his DNA is so great? But I have never been able to shake my African accent. You may not have noticed. It is very subtle.
That's right. I forgot that Naomi's accent changes to Ugandan
Yes,
knuckles.
and then I tried to get revenge on you. But then it turned out that my brother was not dead. Whoopsie doopsie.
Oopsie
Is Grey Fox
doopsie.
here to kill me? I do not think so.
I think
Grey
so.
Fox just wanted to fight you.
Yeah.
He wanted
Anyway, Naomi's backstory.
I'll tell you. Listen, Snake. I was not
No,
the
I
politician.
know.
The Pentagon and CIA, the guys who killed JFK, they are the ones who want you infected. I just slightly altered it so that you were also included in the list of people who would die when they got in contact with the virus. You get it? So they had this virus, and it was supposed to infect all the Genome Soldiers, and Foxhound, and Kenneth Baker, but I just added you to that list. Also, one more big important thing. She didn't say anything, did she? She didn't reveal any information.
She didn't tell you
told me
nothing,
that you
did she?
guys did the fox die deliberately.
Oh.
No, Snake, I also
Oh,
had
no,
this.
Snake.
No,
No,
joking
no,
around.
no.
I hate you, Colonel. You double-crossed me.
Anyway, Snake's betrayed, and Naomi's in
Okay, back to
jail.
game. Snake is back in the control room, and he walks up to the laptop, and he's got the emergency override metal-shaped alloy thing. Finally, time to stop the nuke and save the day. Number one hero, that's me.
That's me.
Here
I did it.
go,
I'm the best.
Pressing the button. Click.
You have now activated the nuclear bomb.
Uh-oh, big plot twist. So it turns out, right, when we thought we were deactivating it, we were actually activating it.
Correct.
Oh no.
We have been fooled.
Suddenly. Cheers, bro.
Thanks,
well,
bro.
Well, Snake, looks like you've just activated the nuke. Good job. This truly was one of my more devious traps. It looks like this little snake has crawled into my Gatorade bottle. Now it's time for
This
us to
little
paraphrase
snake
15
has
minutes worth of
crawled into my
exposition. Is that okay
Gatorade
with you,
bottle.
Zuck? That's fine by me. Thanks very much, Liquid. All right, let's go then. The DARPA chief was interrogated, and Psycho Mantis tried to read his mind, but he had
mental shielding.
Oh, shit, so it didn't work. So they tried torturing him normally, and what happened then?
He died.
Whoops,
Then he
said Ossie. So they
died.
went, maybe Solid Snake will know something. So let's have a guy called Decoy Octopus.
Then we find out that Ocelot, under orders from Solidus, killed the DARPA chief on purpose because Ocelot told Solidus that the DARPA chief was one of the Patriots. Because the DARPA chief is supposed to be Sigint from Metal Gear Solid 3, and Dr. Clark, killed by Grey Fox, was supposed to be killed... Oh wait, Dr. Clark, killed by Grey Fox, is supposed to be Paramedic. Paramedic from Metal Gear Solid 3. Hooty hoo!
Pretend to be the DARPA chief, and he will get a bunch of critical information, including about the security override, and trick Snake into activating the nuke for us.
And it technically wasn't blackface when he did it.
But then, Decoy Octopus
I'd say it
suffered
was.
a
It was
heart
blackface.
attack,
Decoy
which was not part
Octopus
of the plan, and
confirmed
that
racist.
happened because Fox died. Now we're ready to launch the nuke, Mr. Solid. Ha 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 ha.
Mr.
Ha, ha,
Solid.
Ha, 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 ha.
You planned this from the beginning?
Remember, suddenly the Colonel calls, and he goes,
Snake,
That's not Master Miller.
Campbell, you're too late.
You're too
Master
late.
Miller's body was just discovered at his home. He's been dead for at least 3 days. Maylene said his transmission signal was
It's
coming
coming from inside the house.
inside the base.
You hear me? It's coming from inside the house.
what a twist. What a twist.
Colonel, who have I been talking to?
Oh, listen, Snake, you've been talking to... Well, it was me, your
Liquid.
brother.
Did you like my sunglasses?
And then she took down her ponytail and took off her glasses, and,
She was beautiful all along.
Surprise! Says Liquid. It's trap time.
The room
No, skip.
I can't believe you killed Mr. Miller.
And then Liquid goes,
My whole disguise was a ponytail and a pair of sunglasses.
Yes, Snake.
Snake, I don't think you two were that close.
anyway, it's time for some exposition, brother.
Oh, more
kinda just wanna fight
exposition.
so I can play the game.
More
Yes,
exposition.
so here's what happened. This was a plot all along by the Pentagon. They infected you with Foxdie 19.
Get your water, folks. When we play the game, I'm not gonna skip any cutscenes or codec calls. And I'm probably gonna fall asleep during one of them, not gonna lie. But it's always something that I noticed retrospectively is in Metal Gear Solid 2, you find out that Solidus was part of the Les Enfants Terroir project, the thing that Liquid's about to talk about. You find out that Solidus is part of the Les Enfants Terroir project, and you find out a little bit later more about the project that 8 babies were involved. But they never mentioned the third twin. Liquid never mentions there being a third twin. I guess he just doesn't know. I mean, that's the point. Is that Liquid doesn't know about Solidus, but he knows about Solid for some reason. But yeah, they kind of like just retroactively are like, oh yeah, but there's a third one. And there's always something like that in the games where there's like, oh yeah, but this guy survived, or the, oh yeah, but Big Boss isn't here, you're Venom Snake. They have something that always just kind of retroactively changes the story a little bit.
Then they sent you here to infect everyone. Then the plan was for everyone here to die, and then they would swoop in like a hawk, or an eagle, or a paraglider, and they would take the Metal Gear. This has all been a setup, Snake. You were successful in coming to contact with everyone. Everyone here at the base. You've been drinking from the same cups.
You got
and eating
everyone
the same
real
doorknobs,
sick with
meaning
Foxdie.
that we have all been exposed to Foxdie. Snake says, they wouldn't do that. Shut up, Liquid.
They like me.
Ah, no, it's true.
They wouldn't
And let me tell you
betray
some
me
other
like
things you
that.
don't want to hear, Mr. Solid. We are related. Yes, brothers. That's why I keep calling you that.
Wait, are you saying?
I wonder if Liquid has brown eyes, because Snake has baby blue eyes. At least that's what that says in Metal Gear Solid 4. Snake has baby blue eyes and brown hair. I wonder if Liquid has blonde hair and brown eyes.
That after all these years,
Yes.
I have a brother?
Yes, we are twins.
But you're Luigi. You're Luigi.
And what's more, we are both the sons of
Big Boss.
No, it's not true. Yes, it is.
I killed
He
my
was
daddy.
Big Dad.
I did not want to kill
I
my
don't really
daddy.
know what that means, Liquid.
You made
and it's
me
a shame
kill
he's
my
dead,
daddy.
but I'm so happy that I finally have a
I
brother.
love you, big bro.
Come here.
No, don't touch me.
Get off
I
of me.
hate you. And let me explain why. You see, Big Boss didn't just do it with a lady, old school style. He did it.
Growing up, this one really hit some spots because I have older brothers, and when we found out that there was another one, I have 2 older brothers, so there was a good fit for Solidus, Liquid, and Solid to kind of be like me, my older brother, and my oldest brother. My oldest brother would, yeah, it was a fun little matchup for me, and it like deeply pressed some personal buttons. Having brothers and playing a game where brothers are very introspective and tied to the plot, but also like the curse of having genetics. It's all very interesting. I've always loved Metal Gear Solid and their themes.
With a test tube. Yes, we are clones, Snake. Ah, but there's more to it than that. Here is the lemon-scented fetal twist. They
Ew.
separated out the recessive genes from the dominant genes. All right, think of a person much like a delicious, succulent cake. On the right, we have the cocoa, the butter, the sugar, all the best ingredients.
Long
The
story
bacon,
short,
Luigi?
Liquid
Of
is
course.
recessive,
Let me just hop
Snake is dominant.
Your blood will be the first to be spilled by this
Metal Gear
glorious
fight.
new weapon.
Abs.
Then all of a sudden, Metal Gear kicks into life and starts moving.
So the Metal Gear pretty much has impenetrable armor, and so Snake can't do anything to it. So he calls up
How do
Otacon.
I destroy
He says,
it?
Otacon, what do I do? I can't scratch the thing. Snake-kun, radar ni tatakaoimasu.
Did
I don't
Mr.
know.
B learn
Otacon
Japanese
in
for this
English,
pod?
please. Snake, you gotta destroy the radar dish.
So Snake shoots at it with the Stinger missile, but he can only do some damage, he can't quite destroy it. Did that do it? It did not. The Metal Gear kicks back into life and goes running at Snake, and there's very little time for Snake to get out of the way. He's gonna be killed, or he's gonna get shot up by the penis gun in between the two
penis
Rex
gun.
legs. But then, all of a sudden...
Hurry! Get away!
Hurry! Get away! Grey Fox, the name from long ago.
Oh, I love Gray Fox's old.
The Metal Gear goes to put its foot straight down on
Voice
Snake, but
actor
Grey
so
Fox
much.
intervenes and
Greg
pulls it up with
Eagles,
one
rip.
arm. My god, he is strong.
So it is you. You look terrible, Snake. You haven't aged well.
Oh, come on now, I'm doing my best.
I mean, you're
it's just
literally
joke.
a corpse.
Now, Liquid Snake rudely interrupts the conversation. And he lifts up the leg, and then he goes to smush Grey Fox. But then Grey Fox does a cool, wicked sit flip.
I love Gray Fox in this fight. This is so cool.
And
I
then he
watched
starts
this so
firing
many
from his
times.
Mega Man arm.
This clip isolated just the Gray Fox versus Metal Gear Rex fight I watched on YouTube so many times as a kid. I just thought it was so sick. I swear there's like AMVs on YouTube about it of just like sad Linkin Park music over the fucking Gray Fox's spoilers death.
And he finishes destroying the radar dish. Now, in the meanwhile, Solid Snake has run behind a box, and Grey Fox meets him there, and he goes, listen, Snake, I want to die on the battlefield.
Listen, Fox, Naomi, she's pretty much killed me to avenge you. You could have just said something to her.
You could have just told her you were
It is very
fine.
complicated. You see, I killed both her parents.
I
But then
killed
could
her
not kill both.
parents!
I felt kind of that. And so I adopted her. Please, Snake, you must tell her that I am the one who killed her parents. If you cannot stand a phone call, at least send her a text message. Suddenly, Liquid spots the two of them behind the
There
box.
you are. We're just about out of time.
Here's a final present from Deep Throat.
I will show you why they call me Deep
I'll
Throat.
stop it from
I will get
moving.
Metal Gear to stop
I will
moving.
show you why
Grey
they
Fox
call
then
me
runs out
Deep
from behind the
Throat.
box. Alright, check out this shit. This was the coolest thing ever. Remember, this is on the PS1.
I'll stop it from moving.
Fox! Oh, this is so sick.
And while he's in midair, Liquid Snake goes turn from machine gun to laser, and he fucking beams this guy's arm right off his body. And then he's just like, whatever, and he keeps fucking running. Now, he does this wicked sick flip, and he gets up to this ledge, and you think, oh my god, he's gonna start firing. But then, Liquid Snake, too quick, whoosh, he gets absolutely slammed into this wall. And Liquid Snake is so fast, he already has a fucking speech prepared. He goes,
How strong is that exoskeleton of yours?
Grey Fox is being crushed to death, but he has just enough strength to fire from his hand cannon, and he destroys the radar tower on the Metal Gear. So, because the radar dish has been destroyed, Liquid Snake has to open...
No, they skipped the part where Liquid pins Gray Fox to the wall, and he's like, "Are you just gonna stand there and watch him die?" And then Gray Fox is like, "Fire it! Fire the stinger!" And then you get this little section where Snake is aiming the rocket at the wall and going, I can't do it. I can't shoot. I'll hit him. I'll hit Gray Fox. And then he mushes him, and it's really brutal and sad. And they skipped it.
Open up the face of the Metal Gear. That means it is now vulnerable to attack. Liquid then lets go of Cyborg Ninja's body. At that point, Gray Fox says, "Now fire the Stinger missile."
Oh, if I was just patient enough, I probably would have said it.
If you try to
That's
kill
the
me
Stinger.
now,
They don't let
you'll
you use
kill
that
him
no
too.
more.
Solid Snake is in a precarious moral situation. But then he remembers that he is on the battlefield. And on the battlefield, there is kill or be killed. Live or love.
Laugh or dance like no one is watching.
And he picks up the Stinger missile and he aims it at the Metal Gear mouth. Gray Fox gives his goodbye. Goodbye, Snake. Farewell. I hope you do good. Have a nice life. I will miss you. Snake, do not forget. Liquid Snake has had enough of this and he decides, fuck it, and he smushes Gray Fox. But it's still not dead. Snake, you must remember that we are not just soldiers, even though we are both
He's
soldiers.
eating. He's got food in his mouth.
Then the Metal Gear pulls back. Everything goes blue filter.
No.
And Liquid says, "Smell you later."
Fox! Roar XD.
Foolish man. He prayed for death, and it found him. You see, you can't protect anyone.
Not even yourself.
Die!
It's anyone's fight to lose. So they have their ultimate showdown. There's lasers and they're running around and shit. He's still firing Stinger missiles. Up, critical hit right in the penis cannon. Then it turns to a cutscene, and Liquid is just about to crush Solid Snake like he did Gray Fox.
Like a little grape beneath his little T-Rex
Then
boots.
suddenly, random explosions start happening all across the Metal Gear. That was a load-bearing penis cannon. The Metal Gear falls down, defeated. The force of the explosions throws Snake against the wall.
Boop, 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 boop,
Begins monologuing.
Snake's alive,
brother,
Liquid's alive.
I simply won't die until I can kill you.
Just because you've destroyed Metal Gear doesn't mean I'm done fighting.
Fighting? What are you really after?
A world where warriors like us are honored as we once were, as we should be.
The thing is, I really want there to be lots of chaos and stuff, because we are born as warriors, and if there's lots of chaos, there's lots of wars, and then we have stuff to do. Otherwise, boring.
Oh, I don't want that kind of world, though, Liquid. I want to live in the woods in Alaska.
Are you sure you're really on the right team?
Why do you continue to follow your orders while your superiors betray you?
I'm gonna be real with y'all. I'm probably not gonna play it tonight. I might do a part 2 and play the game tomorrow night when I get off of work. But how is there still like so much left? You know what? For the sake of everything holy and God above, I'm gonna skip ahead to the boss fight. So that way we have some stuff and we have some reasons to watch the whole cutscene. We're gonna skip ahead because this is reaction content. I don't want to watch this whole video. I can't be that transformative. I'm barely creative enough to come up with my own ideas. Skipping ahead.
Ever go together? Who will win? They're running around. One does a judo chop, but the other one knows Krav Maga. Ah, learned CQC back in Zanzibar. Yeah, well, I know Ubuntu.
Well, I know Ubuntu.
Liquid one last time, and his health bar drops to 0.
Whoa.
Snake runs over to Meryl and he holds her in his arms.
I'm a loser.
Wake up, I love you.
Yes, I'm still alive, Snake. I've been calling your name, remember? Especially during all the interrogation and torture. I love you, Snake. We just met this morning, but I feel like we've got a connection. Also, come on, let's go, before they nuke the place. Bing, 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 bong.
It's Otacon.
Otacon, good news. Meryl's okay.
All right, you
I'm
saved
glad
her,
your
man.
girlfriend's
Good
alive,
job.
Snake.
I got some bad news too. We're about to be bombed.
Oh boy.
Otacon,
Oh,
is there a way out of
boy.
here?
Yes, there's a tunnel out of here. Go down to the parking lot and grab one of the cars.
Escape
to
route
stay.
description.
No.
Oh yeah.
In love with
us. You're my...
Snake, I've decided to stay.
No, Otacon, you gotta come with us. You're my closest friend.
Sorry, Chief. I was in love with the lady once. Her name was Snapper Wolf. Then you shot her through the tip of her nose. and parts of her face exploded out the back
Shot
of
her
head.
several times
So,
in the face and
because
head
of
and
that,
body.
I've decided to stay and be mute.
I'm gonna kill myself actually.
Okay,
Because that's,
I understand
that's
your
my
reasons
option.
for staying now. That was beautiful.
Take care of Meryl, okay?
I will.
Okay, I gotta go.
All right, Meryl, let's go.
So Snake jumps down, she
Bang,
lands on
dang,
Titus.
bang,
And Meryl,
bong.
you've still got the bloody handbrake on. Come on now.
Sorry, Snake.
Anyway, Solid
No,
Snake
he
has no
escaped.
time for all that. He starts firing wildly from the machine gun at the top. He's got to get through the guards. He's got to get away from the impending nuclear explosion, which is going to happen in his headlights coming up from behind us.
Liquid's alive.
Not over yet.
Broken.
Liquid is
Battered.
dead after all. Oh my god.
Bang, 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 bang. Liquid. Meryl's a terrible driver. Attempts parallel parking mid-drive.
Two cars inevitably crash. The cars are all fucked up. Will this be how it ends? Suddenly we cut to, underneath the car is Solid Snake and Meryl.
What happened to Liquid? I can't see him.
Then suddenly Liquid comes out from behind the other flipped car. Ah, but my car is less fucked up than yours. Liquid Snake then walks very slowly towards Solid Snake and Meryl, and he has a gun. Don't do it. Ah, but I'm going to, says Liquid. Here I go.
He's gonna shoot
I'm
him,
firing
but he doesn't,
Will
and
launch a
then-
Things wrong with my tummy. I think it's the virus.
The virus? Guys, the virus strikes back. The virus strikes buck. Nord.
VPN.
No ads.
My news.
And
You
we're
see,
gonna the
Solid
sad,
Snake
sad,
totally-
sad,
Where are the
sad,
thing called
sad.
Snake? Snake.
No
I got some
bomb.
good news.
Sad, 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 sad.
Boys at the DIA and the NSA. No
Sad,
date.
sad, 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 sad. Freedom, freedom,
And
freedom.
she says,
Well, according to my calculations, I don't know.
what do you mean? You don't know. When am I gonna die?
Snake, you only truly die when you stop living. So live your life.
Yeah, live life to the fullest and shit. When am I gonna die? Literally.
Live, Snake. That's all I can say to you.
And they never tell us. He doesn't know whether to plan a year-long trip of the world or literally skip dinner and watch the sunset, because he could die any second.
Anyway, Snake, this video is very long, and I want to go now.
Oh, okay.
Alright. You know, speaking of videos being very long, I've managed to go a whole extra hour than the length of the video. So I think I'm going to call it here. And part 2 of this video is going to be all gameplay and all my reaction to it. And then next time, we're going to do it again. We're going to watch Half-Life, and then we're going to play Half-Life. Isn't that interesting? Isn't that something? Isn't that something you're dying to see? Anyway, so we're gonna play the game tomorrow. I'm gonna play the game tomorrow when I get off of work. Gotta boot right into stream. But yeah, they get out, they do all this stuff, they do all this extra stuff. Go to story mode Expleened and fucking subscribe. Do it. Subscribe to them. They're awesome. They're awesome. If you don't subscribe to them, I'm gonna cry. Anyway, it's been excellent watching this with you guys. CircNet, you made this such an enjoyable experience, even though I only had one viewer. It was so nice, and he was so indirect. They were so interactive. I don't know their agenda. Maybe their mechanic. But yeah, I have a plan, Arthur, to make some more cash for the camp, and we're gonna watch. I don't know exactly what I want to do next. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be Half-Life because I got the game. It's installed and junk. Anyway, ad over. Have a great night.
Happy birthday. And remember, nanomachines, son.